Oh, I could be all it is you need, 'cause we are trying to find a way to feel. If I could sleep, I'd dream of what we'd be, but I can feel you slip further from me. Oh, it makes it hard to be when you are all that I want but don't have, and I'll run into the sea, follow this heart that escapes me, it escapes me, and I'm lost. Forget me, all I was and become everything, all I wanted. I can't wait forever. Old habits are hard to break. I'm losing faith. Maybe we're better off this way, but I'm still
begin. KO.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup powered by Millennium Arabia. So far, we have had $28,000 on the line and over 1,000 teams registered over the course of the 3 qualifiers to join us, of course, on the finals on October 5th. Ladies and gentlemen, so far we have had 4 teams qualify in the first one last week, and today we will find out who will be the second group of teams to join us for those finals. I am your host, the Utsen Storm Dude, alongside the one and only Max, man. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing absolutely awesome, Sandstorm. Thank you very much for that epic intro here for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. As you just said, a lot of action, $20,000 on the line for these teams. A lot of teams did sign up in this Middle East tournament, and they're all going to be fighting out today for 4 extra spots in the standings on this second qualification phase to join up the 4 teams already qualified last week. And now we're going to have then, at the end of today, 8 total teams that will that means we'll have half of the teams already ready for the grand finals in the next 2 weeks. And that is going to be a stacked lobby of an insane amount of teams. And if you want to check out actually the teams and the standings so far after day 1, so let's just jump right into that. Here we have the current standings after day 1 of qualification phase 2. Akatsuki, they are in 42 points ahead and they are in first position. They are absolutely dominating. Their first game yesterday, absolutely outstanding performance. But then you talked about one team yesterday that you really liked, and that is Clan X, Sandstorm.
Yeah, exactly. They came out swinging in the second game. They managed to get their chicken dinner alongside 15 kills and got themselves the highest points earned so far in the Gamers Cup of 25. And that really bolstered their chances in maintaining a spot in the top 4 to qualify for those grand finals. And of course, you were talking about one team as well. It was Divine Vendetta. That's an organization that you very well know yourself.
I do know them very well myself, known them since the times when I used to cast Vainglory. But Divine Vendetta, also, I gotta say, in their rotations, they've been absolutely top notch. Not allowing them to be really like a chicken dinner every single time, but they have a really top-notch rotation, and that's what allowed them really to get ahead of themselves. So really a lot of potential. They're not out of the woods yet because they only have 27 points. They're 12 points behind Clan X, and Clan X, they're only 3 points behind. So Akatsuki and Clan X, they're pretty comfortable, at least for the first day. They still have to get a few extra, like 10, 20 points just to be extremely safe. But Divine Vendetta and the Snipers are in 3rd and 4th position, respectively. They are not out of the woods. And because also the Snipers and Campeones, they're on 21 points each. And Arts are just behind on 20 points. Game of Thrones, 19 points. Like, really, all these teams from 3rd position downwards, we don't know who's going to be in 3rd and 4th position. It's going to be extremely, extremely close. And still, this is a no man's game. And it's going to be really entertaining to see which teams can dominate here on Miramar. Because once again, as I always say, Miramar is a game all about them rotations. So I think that a team like Divine Vendetta, that had great performances yesterday, if they can pull off the similar kind of rotations today, that's where they're going to be outstanding.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. Just because the point difference between those teams, specifically the ones in the bottom half of the top 8 so far, they're very close. You can see 18, 19, 20, 21 points. And from what we've seen in the last tournament, in the first qualifier, is that one game can make a huge difference on your placement in the leaderboard. And the amount of points you can gather really is up to you, basically. It depends on how aggressive you're going to be, how many kills you're going to try and go for, because like we said before, kills are very, very important in this tournament, as every single kill you get will be netting you a single point as well. And when it comes to placements, you get that chicken dinner, you get them 10 points. And then going down from 2nd until 8th, it goes down from 6 to 5, and then descending until 1. So even if you get 8th place, you're still getting yourself some points.
Exactly. So I wanted to ask you a quick question because we are now preparing the lobby. We should be getting started extremely soon. Today, we're not on Erangel, we're on Miramar. If you had to say one team that, in your opinion, is going to be the dark horse or the team that's going to stand out the most today and has the most potential on Miramar, what team would that be for you right now?
I said that yesterday, and I'm going to stick to it, to be honest. I'm going to stick with the Snipers here on this one. They have open ground. They named their team for this for a specific reason. I want to see that reason. Make me believe that you picked that name, the Snipers, because you knew when it comes to Miramar, you guys are going to absolutely dominate.
I mean, if they call themselves the Snipers and they pick DMRs, I'm going to be heavily disappointed, you know? I'm disappointed and my day is ruined. That's what's going to happen right there. But if I had to support one team here, I said I think the Divine Vendetta, they have a lot of potential. But if I had to choose my dark horse, my underdog team here on Miramar, it would have to be Demons.
Really?
The first game, their rotations were absolutely big brain gamer moments. Like, they were just absolutely awesome. And I just want to be able to see what they can pull off on Miramar, because I think they had little spikes of genius yesterday. They didn't have the chance to really show the full extent of their gameplay and of their genius in PUBG Mobile here. So I think that here on Miramar, I think it's going to fit their playstyle just a little bit more. So if we saw Demons just come back in clutch and get in that top 8, or even maybe get back in that top 4, because it's definitely possible for them. They're not that far off. I'm going to say Demons is going to be my underdog team for today's games on Miramar. Once again, today is 3 games of Miramar before we do end the weekend of this second qualification phase. And if you have your favorite team that is participating today, do not fear too much, as they can still join up for the next qualification phase next week. So it is definitely not going to be over for them. They still have one more chance if they do not make it today. But I may be talking too early. We haven't even had the first game today. Let's just get into the first game, then I'll be able to say, oh, it's fine, they can come back. And maybe being a little bit too far ahead of this one.
I mean, look, it's just you're very excited, and so am I. Today we find out who are going to be the next, before people to join for those grand finals, because we already have the 4 people from the first week, and I believe we already have the team of influencers. I believe they already chose their members, so these guys are also ready to go. But this time, I do want to see who are going to come out on top. Akatsuki, they came out really, really strong in the first day. Clan X, they had a great performance in the first qualifier when they were on Miramar specifically. I think they ended one game with like 5th or 4th placement, but they still had like 15 kills as
They've been
well. And I
consistent.
think they also,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. So, and specifically on Miramar, they've been consistent in the 3 games that we played. So I want to see what these guys are going to be able to do this time around as well.
I think that's going to be one of your top teams to check out. But real quick, what I'm going to do is, because we have a little bit of time on our hands before we do jump into the game, I'm going to be showing the standings of the first qualification phase, just so you guys know if you did not catch up on what happened, didn't go check out the website, just don't know really what happened, because I know that there are a lot of supporters of Kurt Squad out there. So I'm just going to show the standings for the week 1 qualification phase, and these are the top 4 teams that made it through. Unfortunately, you can see that Clan X, they had 60 points, they were in 3rd position, they got disqualified after the first qualification phase. Not too sure really what happened in the background, but something did happen. So that's why Clan X is playing again on this 2nd qualification phase. So still, they are doing really well. They're in 2nd position overall. They're probably going to make it through. Best of luck for them. So the teams that did make it through on the first qualification phase, it was Kurt Squad with 73 points, absolutely dominating. Followed very closely, actually, by Nemesis Clan with 70 points under their belt. Then you have The Real Deal and Deadly Shot. These are the 3rd and 4th position teams that will be making it over to the grand finals in the next 2 weeks. So still a lot of skill. I'm especially happy to see Kurt Squad making it on #1 position, because we hyped them up a lot, because once again, winner in the PMCO Spring Split. They made it to the prelim finals in Berlin. So they have a really good PUBG Mobile competitive history. And to see a little bit more of them in the next 2 weeks is going to be definitely really, really fun. And I think that also we have Kurd Up that's in this second group. I don't know if they're like related to Kurd Squad in some way. If they're like
maybe
the
they're
secondary
just fans. I'm not sure.
Maybe they're just fans. Maybe they're a secondary team of the org. I'm really not sure. But we do have Kurd Up, so it would be fun to see maybe a head-to-head of like Kurd Up and Kurd Squad going head-to-head. That would be a little bit funny to check it out. But there you go. Once again, just going to quickly repeat. The 4 teams that are making it through on phase 1 qualification phase was Kurd Squad, Nemesis Clan, Real Deal, and Deadly Shot.
And we'll see today who are going to be the next group to join them. Will it be Akatsuki? Will it be Clan X? We have a dark horse, like you said. Will Demons come out on top in these games and get themselves into the top 4 and have a better performance than they did in the first day? We'll find out soon, as we're going to be jumping into the game very soon, I believe.
Yeah, the lobby is slowly going to be loading up. Once again, triple Miramar today. Going to be interesting to see how that one does work out. And also, don't hesitate at home, to hit the subscribe button to know when we do go live. You'll be notified next weekend and the weekend after that, because every Friday and Saturday at 6 p.m. Central European Summertime, we will be going live on this channel to be able to bring you that competitive PUBG Mobile action you guys are all looking for at home. And also got to say thank you very much to Pringles for supporting the PUBG Mobile competitive scene. Also, guys, if you do like yourself some nice juicy chips, well, not juicy chips, but if you like yourself some nice crispy chips, chips are not juicy. What am I saying? I don't even know what I'm talking about. But Pringles is really good for mobile gamers. The reason why is because Pringle chips are not oily. So it allows you to actually take your chips and then you can just go back to your little mobile device and without putting any marks on your device, so which is great. And I've been using, some Pringles every once in a while, and I do realize that it's like, oh yeah, that's actually true. They're not oily. So for mobile gamers like us, it's the perfect product, I have to say, for our true gamers.
Yeah, and you know what? I think I told you this fact before, but did you know that out of all the crisps and all the, let's say like chips and stuff around the world, Pringles is the one that has the least air to chip ratio, which means like that, and that just tells you like the quality of Pringles. Like I'm saying,
that's
which
Pringles
reminds
just flexing
me,
on
I think,
us.
yeah, exactly. It's like not a lot of people know this, but I do have one problem with Pringles, just the one issue, and I think everyone suffers from this. If like there's that last Pringle that you're trying to reach and you can't really get your hand in there, that
So
gets
just
on my nerves.
tip it up and just
Yeah,
Heads
but
up.
it's not the same, man. It's not the same.
heads up the Pringles. Ah, jeez. So there you go. So once again, the lobby is slowly going to be prepared up. And yeah, there you go. It's going to be coming up really, really soon. Also in chat, don't hesitate to say which team you are supporting. We will love to know, and we can try and interact also with you people in chat. If you have any questions or anything, we have the chat on, I was going to say on speed dial, but that's not how you say it. But we have to chat under our eyes on the screen. If you have any questions or anything like that, and we can try to give you guys assistance and try and give you guys, extra pieces of information, we would love to do so. Myself and Sandstorm, with it. After all, we are here to help, and I could not speak there for a few seconds. That was really weird.
English is hard, man.
Yeah, I'm a professional caster, but I can't speak English. That's good stuff. Good stuff.
I wouldn't say that if I were you, but okay. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, we do have quite a lot of people in the chat. They're talking, but I doubt you're gonna understand what they're saying.
I don't really know what they're saying. You can try and teach me, but I don't think I'll be able to remember.
They're talking about you, man. And,
they're talking about me. Well, they're trash talking me. I wouldn't be
I'm
surprised.
joking, man. Why? Why wouldn't you be surprised?
I don't know, because I'm boosted PUBG Mobile player. That's why.
Is it like, aren't we all? That's
I mean, the thing is, right? When you're a player,
you're not good at a game,
you're officially a caster.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, if you're all in chat, okay, if you're not good at video games, it is not over for you, okay? You have still hope to make it in the casting scene. Oh man, we're gonna give a bad name to casters, aren't we?
I mean, you already did.
I'm yeah, but I'm taking you down with me, you know.
Oh God.
Going down, doing this together.
I would have been nice with you.
But anyways, I can see now on my screen, little game of PUBG Mobile is slowly loading up. Game number 1 here of the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup is about to come in your direction. So get your drink, get your popcorn. We are almost ready to jump on Miramar for game number 1 of qualification 2.
Yeah, you get your popcorn. I'll get my Pringles, man. That's what I need.
I mean, yeah, it's just I'm used to saying popcorn, so I just say popcorn all the time. But yeah, get your Pringles and get your drink.
Yeah, let's have a look. I'm curious to see like where the path of this plane is going to be. Now, again, this is something that we've always talked about before we jump into the first game of the day, because in the qualifiers, the first week, we had the same drop for a few teams. Like there was a certain team that would keep dropping towards Verney. You had Kurt Squad that always dropped in military base, and like those are the kind of things I want to keep my eye out when we jump into this game, and that's a very good trajectory, actually. You can end up absolutely anywhere on the map with that.
Wait, you already... Wait, oh no, man, I'm not... Boom, there you go. And there we have it. Let's just move over to the gameplay scene. Sorry, I had a little bit of an issue there, but that's completely fine. But yeah, we're going to be jumping on game number 1 of today. 3 Miramar games come in your direction. Yeah, going to be really central, which is always going to be a good thing on Miramar, because the map is an 8x8. You want to be able to have really a big choice to choose from. But we saw in the past, unfortunately, yesterday on the rank, also during qualification 1,
yeah,
teams like to drop in big clumps, and once again, that is not something you want to see these teams do. And one thing that I'm seeing is Divine Vendetta. They're going for a really early drop, and they're going to go towards the likes of Ahumada or Campo Militar. Not sure where they're going to try and stop. It would seem like they're going to try and split as much as possible away from these teams. And you can see also on the western side of the early drop at La Cobriera, you already have 3 teams. They're dropping just so close together. It should not be happening at this stage. I'm sorry, but I'm maybe being a little bit harsh here, but this should not be happening.
Well, we'll see where they're going to be all dropping eventually, because there's a few options actually going towards the south here. You can see team number 16, you got the Arab Champions. I think that's squad number 9, which are M16 as well. I think they're heading to Chumacera or maybe Picado here. Meanwhile, there's 2 teams going towards Los Leones towards the western side. You got Campeones again. There's the name that we're all used to now, Yusuf. But I think he might actually be heading towards Chumacera there. Find out. But I'm curious about this drop for the Demons, actually.
Like I said, they're going to be my dark horses of today. They're so far, unfortunately, in the last 8 positions. They have to get a great performance. But they're going to go for... Okay. I think they maybe had a little issue with their drop-in phase. So unfortunately, no. They might have to go for a little bit of a run for it. Though, this is a pretty good drop-in location where they're located. Here's going to be Team 15. Once again, Team 15, if you do not know, that is Clan X. They got 3rd position last weekend in the first qualification phase. But though, we're going to have a little bit of an early game race. That's going to be Team 4 Akatsuki, the first chicken dinner of yesterday. And they're going to be chasing up on Curd Up. Their car is on fire and is ready to explode. Get out of the car! What are you doing? What is going on?
This is live Need for Speed right here. Oh, the car explodes and Freak is down! Are you serious? Who's left alive?
What was... Okay.
This is Need for Speed on, like, the lowest budget possible.
Oh, my God. Holy moly guacamole. I don't know what the hell
Or
just
rather,
happened.
Fast and Furious. That's the one I'm
Yeah, got one member.
Yeah.
They're down to already
Oh,
one member.
Invader, how is he still alive?
Oh my god. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Maybe getting weapons first would be a good call. Yeah, that's what he went for. He finally
It
got
would
some
be,
weapons.
yeah.
Yeah, I would
But, like,
recommend.
But like they were being shot at with shotguns.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what other weapons they had because like one of the guys got downed. Like he got shot while still in the car with a shotgun.
Yep. Well,
This is
we
the
can
kind of
say
action
this feels
I
bad, man.
love seeing on this map. Yeah.
So, VSS early game. VSS, I keep saying it. I'm not a fan of the weapon, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, Max, man, the VSS is such a good weapon." It does
Do people
become a
actually
good.
sound like that?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. when I don't agree with people, they automatically sound like that. But the
Oh, okay.
VSS, I think, is more of a weapon you want to try and use on maps such as Sanhok or Miramar. Erangel, where you can actually hide a little bit more because the good use of VSS, it does completely hide your location, which is great. But here you're going to see the first phase circle of the game one here on Miramar. Going to be very central, high up north. I've never had an Oasis finish. I don't think this is going to be the day where we do get an Oasis finish. But look at how many teams you have between Los Leones. Like, you have so many teams down south, and I still think they should try and split up way more.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at Khaled here of
Game of
the
Thrones.
snipers. Game number 3. Game of Thrones attempting to go rush maybe here because Magnum, he sees the very tip of Khaled's barrel, so he knows he's there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He does have that
Yeah,
shotgun. But now, they're so split. Xenon should help right now. But now they're going to try and finally get a little bit closer
Now
together.
here comes Ahmed, though.
Yeah, that's it. Ahmed going to be joining up. They have the man advantage. They should use that to their full potential. And now this is something I do like a little bit more. It is going to try and find the flank for himself. Going to try and play around that crate. Now they're going in as a 3-man squad. GOT in the background. He's not going to be quite. They just find the knock and find the kill instantly. That's going to be working out just fine. So this is the kind of plays I was expecting to see yesterday on the Erangel. You have the man advantage. Use it to its full potential. Why wouldn't you? This is just a great first engage from Game of Thrones. Nothing to say.
Yeah, fair play to them. Quick and easy pickup here for themselves. See how they're going to be able to progress against the snipers here. But I think the snipers are just going to try and run away here. They do not want to take a fight with a man down. Meanwhile, right now we can see 7 Scrim Trace. Their name is, Skim Trace. I just keep mispronouncing that one. Alongside Clan X here. Let's see who's going to come out on top, as a few of them are waiting across that wall. I think they know that Clan X is in the building next to them.
They definitely seem to have that information, but not quite ready to pull the trigger. M16, a team that yesterday, unfortunately, on the Wrangle, they did struggle quite a bit, losing a lot of members early game. Let's hope it does go better for them. So, our champions. They're a team that every single time they would breach, they would die. Every single time. So, they're breaching the compound here of M16. Is this going to get bloody really quickly, or will it finally go in favor of our champion?
Ooh.
Is that the user
Yo,
too?
you seem to have a hard time with their name.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. Don't ask me why. I just have a hard time, okay? There's so many words I can't even say, but oh, that's a nice nade on top of Toxic. Does knock him down. Use your little spray action, and here it is. They get 2 knocks for themselves. Do they confirm the kills? Apparently not quite yet. Problem's going to be the last member remaining on the side of M16. Can they rush him on through? Going to get out of the building, but here it is. Going to be a little bit too low. Just find a knock for himself, but that will be the end for M16. And this is going to be the first good flush and compound breach going over to Arabi champions. Did I say that right that time?
It's just Arab, man. It's
Arab.
just
Oh my god, I don't know.
Yeah, Arab champions.
Arab champions.
It's not Arabi. Look, Arab. It's not
Arab
Arabi,
champions.
Arabian. Yeah, it's that easy. Arab champions.
Good breach from Arab champions. Whoa, big brain.
Well, let's see, as this seems to be a standoff between some Skim Trace and Clan X.
I mean, you're on Miramar, so it's a Mexican standoff. You know, you can't call it like that.
No. A Mexican standoff is 3 people, as we're going to be seeing the first breach. Captain going to try and charge on his own here. He gets down. Masorka's going to try and see if he can actually finish that one up, but Captain going to be able to make it into that container as Boyka takes a shot to the face, and he's going to get knocked down as well. That's the second down for Masurk so far. He's going to try and rush, maybe go for Toffee here. Doesn't have the line of sight, though. Isn't going to connect the shots. He manages to land a few, though, but he gets traded. He is down, rushing on his own. But let's see as Law comes in for backup. That's going to be the third one falling. But Boyka might be able to get revived in that building as well by Vulcan.
I just had the impression there that Clan X, their strat just crumbled to pieces. They just didn't know how to deal really the offensive of skim trays. Grenade going to be chucked. Unfortunately, they're a little bit higher, not on that level, so that grenade should not have a big impact. Just going to be deathing them out so they can actually try and climb up a little bit high if they want to, but apparently they're not going to go for it right now. Grenade chucked over by Valkan. We're probably not going to see Toffee or Captain come out alive from that.
Oh,
I don't know why they're not confirming the kills. Like, I think that would be just way safer for them to confirm the kills and get 2 points under their belt, because they do need it because they're not in good standings right now.
Yeah, I think Vulcan threw a Molotov and Boyka got hit by the end of that.
Yikes.
Not the best of communication, but here we go. The rush is going to be coming in for them. The side of 7, Skim Trace. They only have 2 members left from the side of Clan X. Will they be able to execute, or what are they doing really? I mean, Captain's outside, still bleeding out, so he's able to communicate what's happening to the rest of the squad of Clan X, and Tuffy's the same as well. Captain is finally going to bleed out, so that's going to be a confirmed kill, as Law takes quite a lot of damage from that grenade, and Tuffy's still on the outside here, as Boyka and Vulcan are being held up here in this building. Casper's holding the stairs, so there's no way out, unless they jump out the window, but I don't think that's going to be the best solution, because there's another player hanging around the outside as well to cover that escape.
Yeah, definitely. This is great plays from them. Great positioning. They have a 2-2 split. Also, the reason why you don't want to go out maybe as a 4-member in this building is because you've got to go up the stairs. And when you go up the stairs, you can only fit 1 person at a time through the doors and all those staircases. So even if you are having a man advantage, it will not be that efficient in very small corridors like this, because you can just get instantly flushed out. So how they're playing it here, having 2 members in the back just in case they do try and escape, and having 2 members just holding the staircase is like the safest way to go about this. And I'm really enjoying here what Skim Trace have been doing, because yesterday didn't have the best performances. Well, didn't have good performances at all, unfortunately. And seeing this kind of level of gameplay from them and the level of thinking and synergy is really, really nice to see. And I'm really enjoying what Skim Trace are putting together on this breach.
Yeah, it's very refreshing to see them come in with a different, I guess, mentality into this game.
Just different play style, I think, also.
Yeah.
Which they do have to fit it, because this is Miramar after all. So, Arabi champions. Oh! No, Arab champ. No! God damn it. Arab champions.
Arab!
I don't know why I put
Arab
I in there
champions,
randomly. It's so weird, but there you go.
I don't know why. It's just Arab champions, man.
Don't ask me why. I have no idea. But though the last member of the snipers in the distance, he's going to get lasered on through. 1 more bullet is all you need, but he does make it behind just in time.
Wait, actually, no, he's not the last member. Mustafa still has the backup of Muhammad, I think.
Oh, yeah, he's
but the rest of the Arab champions are making their way
They
as
did lose a little bit
Mustafa's going
earlier.
to get cornered. Yeah, they lost one of their members, but yeah, there we go. They only lost one as Mustafa's instantly going to get knocked down here. That might have been a headshot, but let's see. We're actually going to be jumping towards 7 Spirit Trace again here, as they added 1 more member to their lineup, and I think they're going to try and go for reach this time around on Clan X, as Boyka and Vulcan still hold up on that 2nd floor in the corner. And here we go. The rush is starting to come out slowly but surely from the side of 7 Scrim Trace.
Yeah, I think just adding 1 member is still pretty safe. Having Law in the back. Oh, no. Law joined the... Okay, I praise them for their 2-2 split, and now they just throw it out the window. You're going to make me feel bad like that.
Let's see, as they're
pretty
the stairs
close.
aren't being covered now.
Yeah, they are at the same level as Clan X. They do have a great weaponry. I saw one out of Uzi also.
Oh, here we
go for the rush. They're going to be knocking, losing 2 members on their side again. Absolutely lasered by Clan X. And Clan X coming out on top. Boyka just 1/3 HP remaining. Oh, no. Come on. That's as I said. They went through the door 1 by 1 and they got shut down. No.
Yeah, the thing is, I believe it wasn't Boyka, it was Vulcan. He took a lot of that damage because he was the first person that they saw when they tried to breach. So Vulcan, being given that opportunity to just try and laser through every single one of them, just made it that much easier for him. He didn't have any of the tension. Vulcan took a lot of that damage, and Boyka just cleaned house. Now, Clan X, once more, getting themselves a full squad elimination. They're able to get the revenge for their fallen teammates, and now they'll progress through 2 men down, just like the snipers right now. As again, that's actually pretty damn good coming out from Hellboy using that UMP.
I'm still a little bit salty of that move I just saw. I'm a little bit.
I mean, you called it though.
I did call it, but I'm like, that's so salty. What the hell just happened there? But they're gonna see it.
Wait.
Arab champions, they're just getting lasered. They lose to
see, there you go. You got it.
I got it. I'm getting used to it. You see, are you proud of me? Are you proud of me, Dad?
Yeah, I'm very proud.
Thank you. They do not have the compound here. They do find normally a res. There you go. They do have the res. They did smoke it up. They have a little bit of terrain to work with. The best way is because it's only down here, they're going to try and run away from this. But look at that in the back of their head. That's going to be Foxes. Just going to be ready to lurk this one on through. And they are pinched like hell. Only 2 members remaining on their side. They did so well early on their breach, but now this is getting a little bit scary. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to see them come out of this unless they just pick everyone and kill everyone. At that stage, then you have still 2 more members, and everyone is up to 4 members on their side just surrounding. We also have Team 8, there's going to be Avengers. They're joining the fray. They're going to try and do a rush for it. They have 1 member just gone knock away. Hellboy going to be last member remaining. And as I just said, that's going to be Arab champions, normally going to be taken out of the picture. Just going to try and jump on through. Another bit of action coming out. Darren from Foxes will secure that kill. Points for them. As I said, it's just no way they were going to make it out alive. And they should have tried to rotate a little bit more efficiently and earlier. Because staying in an open area like that, you're going to get third-partied. And you're going to get shut down. So that's going to be Arab champions taken out in 14th position.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you try and actually fight a team in the open, and just making sure that you're open from that many areas makes it so easy for teams to just pick you off. You're in the open. You're like, you don't have any ghillie suits or anything like that, so it's going to be so easy to spot you and not putting yourselves in the best positions. As now we're going to be having a look at the map here as we see the rest of the squads and how they're going to be approaching. You see team number 5, Team Elite, coming in from the north side of Los Leones, followed by the Mercenaries, I believe, team number 13.
They did see
So joining the fray.
It's going to be Avengers taking a few shots down to now 1/3 HP. Does have that scar. Good weapon at this kind of range.
I don't even know what he's seeing. How does he know where to shoot?
It's because we have a hard time seeing it on the broadcast feed because the names above them actually hide their heads.
Yeah.
And we can actually see them for us, but actually they can see them. So that's why it makes it a little bit easier for them because they don't have the names above their head. Which is, I understand it can be a little bit annoying sometimes. It does hide vital information when you're peeking like that. But it seems like the fight will be going on through. Art, they join the fray. They're going to be leaving. Don't really want to get involved. The likes of Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, still good positioning overall. They're pretty central. Got a lot to work with, but here it is, a lot of spray action coming on through. There's the AKM coming out from Darren. Does get a few nice shots. There it is. Unfortunately, Fox's Dugram is going to be knocked away. Should be able to find a res, but they are pretty far away because they did try and loot the corpse of Arab champions. So I think that is way too risky, knowing that the team is close by. I don't know really why they'd gone for that. And they might actually lose him very soon. That would definitely be a possibility. A little bit bad shot putting there, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not so sure exactly why they did that. Now the kills have been confirmed by the side of the Avengers here, I believe. You can see the kill feeds actually lighting up. The side of Akatsuki, they're able to get a couple of kills, I believe, on the side of either Art or Avengers. Matrix going to be able to finish 2 members off from the side of Avengers, actually, yes. Right now we're seeing one of the members of the side of Art here. Mataftak just going to try and escape, as it is going to be Akatsuki who are going to be coming off the back side of the compound that the snipers are hiding in at the moment.
Yeah, it is going to be a little bit scary if they do decide to breach it, because unfortunately snipers lost a few of their members earlier. They're down now to 2 members, I do believe. So this breach will be made a little bit easier. But look at that, a lot of the teams. Divine Vendetta, as I said, their rotations, they're in one of the safest areas of this circle. The circle is now shifting. It went from the likes of Torre Ahumada. They got through the northern section on the eastern side of Crater Fields. Really nice, easy entry point towards the north of Hacienda del Patron and also of San Martin. Are we going to have a San Martin finish? Imagine we do have a San Martin finish. That would be
possible.
Big pog. Big pog. There are a few shots fired here by Avengers. They do see Clan X in the distance, but they're so far off. There's no really way for them to significantly and consistently spray them down on that car. Seem like Naruto from Akatsuki. They're slowly going to be breaching the compound of the snipers. Grenade going to be chucked on through. They cook it up a little bit. Not going to be doing much, unfortunately. Will that grenade work out? You have to cook them a little bit more to have that surprise factor. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's going to do that much. But here it is. As I say that, it does get the kill and does actually clear out everything. Naruto, despite those grenades not being cooked, I guess the reaction time for the snipers was not on point, or they just didn't see them or hear the sounds of the grenade hitting the ground, and they just didn't move, which I'm really surprised of. Those grenades should not kill anyone.
No, I'm sorry, that's not Naruto. That's actually Kobe playing right there. Beautiful grenades coming in to get those kills, as Akatsuki team will be able to get themselves another 2 extra kills to try and extend their lead and maintain their first position finish on the leaderboards. Don't forget, this is only the first game of 3 on Miramar. We're going to be seeing the next circle coming up as well in just a few short moments. It's just about to finish, and here we go. We're
Oh!
gonna rotation. Oh, looks like it is going to be a San Martin finish.
Oh my god, that is gonna be my first competitive San Martin game if it does actually happen. Go there. Touch wood. I hope it does happen. I had a big El Pozzo finish on PEL. I never had an actual proper San Martin finish. So this is gonna be a big pog. So we're gonna see Foxes been really proactive on their rotations, going straight for the likes of San Martin. They're trying to anticipate where the circle might land. Because the thing is with San Martin, it's a really big compound. It can host up to maybe 5, 6, 7 teams maximum if you put yourself all in different buildings. But then the thing is, when it's saturated of teams and it's got way too many teams inside, to get into San Martin is going to get way too tricky. So the teams that are ahead of the rotation, put themselves in high-end buildings, they're going to get a lot of information on where teams are rotating and which buildings they are, and also they can try and gatekeep and get a bunch of kills off team trying to rotate late. So the move and the rotation here from Foxes is absolutely top-notch, and I really enjoy it. Look at so many teams on the western side. You have about, what, 3, 4, 5 teams on the west, and they're all going to try and get a nice entry point in San Martin.
Let's see, as Game of Thrones going to be driving, fancying. They're going to be getting a few shots coming in their way.
4 members, right?
Avengers. I believe
one car,
so, yes.
I think. Oh, no, okay, they're doing a 2-2 split. Okay, that's fine. I thought they were all in one car. I was a little bit like, ooh, not too sure about this one. But yeah, they're going to be a little bit split, so that's completely fine. I am okay with this. Down now, and once again, this first game of the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup, we're down to now 12 teams, 38 players, which is a low player count compared to the amount of teams that are actually still here remaining. Not too much going on the board. Here it is, checking out the circle once again. Team 5, Elite, and also Team 13, Mercenaries. They're going to have to do a rotation through the south. They do have the mountainside they can actually try and work with, but now we have a few teams that are actually going to be calling home the center of San Martin. That's going to be the likes of Foxes, Team 7, and also Akatsuki team that went for an early rotation. Also, they got 2 high-end buildings under their control, which I think is one of the best things to do here. And because they're on the outskirts of San Martin, they're going to be a little bit more valuable just to be able to gatekeep these areas. But if the circle does shift away from them, that's when it's going to get a little bit complicated, because these buildings have really big cross-sections of the roads in between. So big smoke roads will be necessary if the circle does not shift in your favor for both or Foxes or Akatsuki.
Yeah, indeed, as now. So far, Mr. Maxman, we got 12 teams on the board. Mr. Maxman, we got 12 teams on the board. I was going to say 38 people alive.
Molly.
We'll see if it's going to still stay. No, now we're down to 37 people left alive on Miramar. This Clan X going to be extending their team kills to 5 to pick off one of the members of Game of Thrones.
Oh, Youssef.
Ooh,
Shots there.
Atrix with the beautiful connections onto Youssef. Not able to down him, but enough to scare him off a little bit. And we'll see what's going to happen to Game of Thrones actually now, as they're going to be attacked once more from the set of Clan X, and they're out in the open here. Okay, that's a very good decision to actually destroy the car yourself. So you just know it was going to explode anyway.
Yeah.
So that way they can't really do damage to you.
And then you got protection also. It just creates an artificial amount of protection for yourself, which is great. I do really enjoy what he did there. Going to go for the smoke play. Unfortunately, he's on a slope going against him. He also has the circle not going in his favor. Hamad is, as I was just about to say, he's in one of the worst situations you can potentially think of, because you have no dips, no terrain, you have a few trees to work with, and the circle is shifting against you. And that's just going to be an easy pickup for the members of Clan X. Once again, they did survive that compound breach earlier. And that's going to be great from them. Getting a few more kill points for themselves. Now they're going to have to try and take into action this circle shift. Maybe get towards the likes of San Martin. It is closing up. I want to try and see where the circle shift is going to be. Is it going to be on top of San Martin? It is still on top of San Martin. You can see on the minimap on the top right of your screen. Still, a lot of San Martin is going to be taken into consideration. But also, that means the mountain of San Martin, where the side of Team 11 Campeones are set up as their home base, that's still going to be into play. And that's going to be huge, because this high ground just going to be able to deny so many rotations, especially from the likes of Foxes and Akatsuki altogether. You can see in the back of their head, Elite and also Mercenaries, they are ready to lurk on in the shadows and just take that high ground position away from Campeones. So it's going to be a lot of action to here, unfortunately. Campeones are going to have to deal with, but apparently Akatsuki, they're not having anything to do with this rotation, and they're just going to go for a really early rotation. Unfortunately, car move will be putting Itachi down to the ground, going a little bit too fast there apparently. But now you can see that Youssef 100% has the information on the positioning of Akatsuki, so a fight should be breaking out extremely soon here, Sandstorm.
Yeah, we'll find out who's going to be coming out on top at the end of that fight. But right now, we're going to be having a quick look at Demons. Your dark horse coming into this first game on Miramar. I say that as Yusuf takes quite a lot of damage, and he's going to get knocked down by Gara of the side of Akatsuki team. But you can see now Bojan is going to try and go for a flank as the grenade will finish off Yusuf here. And seeing that Bojan deciding that's not really a good idea, he's just going to try and back off and regroup with the rest of his squad. And we'll see how Campeones will be taking this fight here against Akatsuki.
So it's going to be pretty interesting in this turn now to a 4v3 for Akatsuki. Though looking at back, you got Team 8 Avengers. They've been lurking in the shadows of most fights, just being a third party, stealing kills away. And they want to try and breach this high ground compound on the side of San Martin. Though the two buildings been taken over. I'm not too sure what Avengers are going to go for. Are they going to go for the low ground? Are they going to go for the high ground? I'm pretty sure because you have so much high ground area just in this next shift of the circle for phase 4, it will be a lot more valuable to go for the high ground. Though grenade going to be chucked on over. Not going to be doing much, unfortunately. It's going to be a battle really to see if we can get some knocks and if they can get that man advantage, which is already going in favor of Akatsuki. All they really need right now is if they get another knock, I'm pretty sure that Akatsuki is just going to completely storm this building, taken over by Campeones, to just take them out of the picture completely. That would be the best play, and you can see that Gara is going to try and go for the nade play. But they are pretty far back in the building, not too sure if that one's going to be of any impact. Unfortunately, does miss the building completely. It's just going to be really, as I said, a little bit bad. We'll see where your grenades can actually get chucked on through.
Oh god.
And that was a big
Akatsuki have 8 kills.
Yeah. They've been fighting consistently.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need to do here. So far, 8 kills. That gives them 8 points. So right now, they're already at a total of 50. Let's see if there's going to be any other teams to try and contest for that first place spot, or is it already secured by Akatsuki? And will they be fighting for the other scraps and the lookings that we have? As now Akatsuki can try and take the fight to Clan X. Oh god, I heard the sound of that AWM in the background. Trying to see if they can actually land those shots on Vulcan and Boyka here. Boyka going to be taking quite a few shots, though. Not enough to knock him out just yet, but their location has been verified at this point by the side of Akatsuki team. You can see Team Demons as well making their way on this mountain as well. Meanwhile, Avengers will be coming in from the northwestern side of the circle here.
Yeah, we did see Avengers go for the low ground section. I think they've got to try and go up right now. They don't really have time because the circle did shift away from San Martin. So it's not going to be a San Martin finish. I'm a little bit sad about that. But it is completely fine. It's going to be still southern mountain of San Martin in the play. Though still remaining is going to be Clan X as a 2-man army. And they haven't been stopping at all whatsoever. They've just been picking fight after fight and taking all the kills that they possibly can. They're going to go for a little bit of a smoke road. But here, Gara is still going to try and find some information on top of them. But this is going to get really risky because a lot of teams are going to be cornered on this area. Team 7, also Foxes, they still haven't moved away from San Martin. They will suffer this circle rotation. They're going to be in one of the worst spots in this game, I do believe, because they're one of the lowest teams here in terms of how the terrain is working out. So still being in San Martin at this stage, going to be really, really scary. So many teams can try and gatekeep you from that area. But the Avengers finally going to get back as a full squad almost. Going to try and get towards
one of the Akatsuki guys got downed.
Oh, damn.
I think there's going to be another squad fighting. I think it's going to be Avengers coming in hot here. You got Shurukhan who's towards Boyka, or rather Vulcan and Boyka here. Meanwhile, the other 3 members of the side of Avengers are trying to storm the building with Akatsuki in there. And looking towards the east from those teams, you can see that I believe it wasn't really Campeones, but Team Elite were fighting with the side of Team 7, I believe the Foxes, and Boyka here. He's going to get spotted out by Karkash. Not going to get down just yet, though. Wait, no, I thought Akatsuki lost the member there for a second. Yeah, but here comes the zone. Are they still inside the building? Mao of Divine Vendetta, the car blew up holding, I think, all 4 members of the side of the Foxes. 3 of them are confirmed dead. I think that's going to be the Foxes out of the game.
Potentially, I said it, their rotation was going to get absolutely shut down on Divine Vendetta. They rotated early, go on the side, gatekeep the area. That was great from them. Their Demons, they did split off pretty heavily. This is not looking great. Trying to go for the car move here. This is really not a move you want to try and go for. Get back to your team if you can, but unfortunately, the slope is not going in his favor. As do you see the Viper get knocked away. Probably going to get flushed up really soon. Divine Vendetta picking fight after fight. Once again, as I said, their rotations, they played extremely safe in the north, but now they're shown the peak of their head. And they are trying to take as many lives as they can in the process. But Akatsuki still not stopping. They have 9 kills total here, Sandstorm. Absolutely dominating this first game, just like yesterday on their angle, but today it's on Miramar. But Demons, they had the circle in their favor, and all these teams that hope that the rotation will be happening up north, they are going to get absolutely bamboozled. All team 13, 11, 4, and 6, they have to all rotate down south and make it through to the open area. And Demons can gatekeep this so efficiently.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't play this efficiently and if they spread themselves way too thin against, what, 4 teams? So far, it's going to be impossible to defend against all of them. Meanwhile, you can see Elite. You're going to try to see if you can spot a Ninja Morocco, but it's going to be Ghost Camp who manages to land a few shots first. And he's not going to be able to get the kill, but they will be able to get the down. And now, Campeones, they're going to try and run for the hills as Itachi and the rest of the Akatsuki team are going to try and rush the building. Bochan left behind here. Shemri not going to be there for backup. He's going to be shot from the back here, I believe, by the side of Divine Vendetta. These teams are so spread and they're so far away from each other. As now Bochan going to get rushed by the lineup of the side of Akatsuki. He's instantly going to get taken out here. And Shemri was taken down by the side here.
And that's Campeones getting eliminated in 8th position. They just got taken out of the picture, but Akatsuki still as a 4-man squad. They had to take this building breach for themselves. The reason why is that if they try to rotate, we're still having some members of Campeones in their back. They were going to get absolutely smacked down. Though we did see there, I believe, the last member, unfortunately, of Clan X getting taken out of the picture. So Clan X will be going out in 7th position altogether. 6th position went to another team, I'm not too sure who, but Demons, unfortunately, going to be losing one of their first members. Going to be Snake, knocked away. He's going to get Flesh. We'll have to wait and see. But Akatsuki just completely got lasered by the team of Demons, and Demons still, can they make it up? I said it, they were my underdog team, and they've been showing off extremely well, and Divine Vendetta also getting shut down by Demons. Now down to the top 3 is going to be all Demons, all Elite, all Curd Up, that still has one of their last member remaining. Demons, I called it, woo, let's get it.
Alright, Superior Analyst right here, boys. It's now Demons Massic. I'm trying to see if we can shut down Basil from the side. Or Basil, actually, from the side of Elite here. You can see shots being fired towards Basil and the Viper here. Massa is going to have the high ground. He's going to get the advantage. Ninja Morocco going to get shot down by Basil, though. The rush not come in quick enough, and he's going to be taking a few shots of himself here as Viper concentrating onto Mazza. Oh, no. And he's setting himself here, comes the side of Curd Up. They're going to try to see if they can go for the rush. Meanwhile, Viper is going to try and pick up a kill for himself, and Invader picking it up and stealing the kill away from the Viper here.
1v1 coming on through. Alligator going to be shot in the back, though. This isn't going to be working out. Here it is. Alligator from Demons just pick it up for himself. Shuts down the kill on Invader of Curd Up. Now it's down to 1v1, potentially a 1v2 if he does find a res, which I'm pretty sure it will be happening. So there you go. Should be a one. Yeah, the res comes on through. It's a 1v2 situation. Elite Viper has the circle in his hands. How is this shift going to be working out? Seem like Demons are going to go a little bit lower. They want to try and res back up maybe to 100% HP just to have more chances on their side. They might also go for the grenade. Oh, chuck grenades. That means they do not have information on where Viper 8 is located. They have literally no information on what's going on. And once again, this is a third-person view. This is third-person view, exactly. So he can actually just peek without showing away his location. And they're going to go for the rush. He's going to get sprayed. And there you have it. 1v2 will not be getting in the way of Elite. And it will be Demons taking the first chicken dinner of the day. I freaking called it. Their rotation's absolutely top-notch. Divine Vendetta and Demons, the 2 teams that I said had the absolute best rotations yesterday on the angle. And because Miramar is all about these rotations, these are the 2 teams that are going to dominate and come out on top. Insane game from them. Demons getting a total of 10 kills extra under their belt. Great performance on this game 1.
Yeah, very well played. They managed to get themselves a total of 20 points at the end of that one. And
14
looking at
though.
the standings
for Akatsuki.
What?
They got 14 Akatsuki. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, Akatsuki managed to get 14 kills in total, but they only ended up in 5th place. That's not going to be able to get them a lot of points here. But if you're looking at or rather the side of Demons here, the 10 kills, the 10 points from the chicken dinner, they get themselves up to 32 points, I believe, which might be able to put them in the top 4 here, because they did better than Campeones, they did better than Art, and they definitely did better than the Snipers here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see these guys already get themselves in the top 4, and that is one hell of a start to the second day of the second qualifier here for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup.
Yeah, congratulations to these teams. Real quick, I want to go for the standings of before this first game, because I think this is going to be really interesting, because Demons just took that check-in dinner. Demons Actually, no, this is not the right standings. So let me update the real standings for you guys. Boom, boom, standings. Check that one. Boom, there you go. So here are the current standings that we had before this game. Not updated quite yet, but Demons, they were in actually 10th position before the start of the day on Miramar. They had 12 points. That means that right now on this game, they got a total of 20 points, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, on this game. They got 20 points. That means they put them up to 22, so potentially they are in 3rd position if you do not touch the points of any other teams, which of course that's not going to be the case. But if you just, like, blindly speaking about it, that means they could potentially be in that top 4. But I'm just really stoked to see how this one is working out. And I'm going to see also how the other teams got their points to see, because they're not going to be in that top 4. They're going to be minimum in that top 8, which is going to be great from them.
No, they get top 4, man.
Do you think they got top? I'm pretty sure they're not top 4. Because
Yeah,
Snipers got points, Divine Vendetta got points, Clan X got points,
but
and Akatsuki got points.
Snipers didn't get 11 points. I highly doubt it. They're not in the top 8. They didn't have that many kills.
Wait, 20. Wait, did I count right?
Yes. No, you counted completely wrong, because you said Demons have 12 points. They got 20 points. So right now they're at 22 points.
No,
so
32. That's why you were laughing on your camera. 32. Okay, so I'd take...
That's why I just went like, oh god, his math skills are amazing.
Okay, I'm never going to count again. I'm never doing it, okay? I hate math and math hates me. I am done with this.
Oh god, quick
holy damn.
With
Quick
Max, man. New podcast coming to you next week.
Did you know in Matt, a little funny story before we do go for a short break. What is my worth mark in math? Is minus 2 out of 20. I got actually a negative mark in mathematics.
What? Did you write your name wrong?
No, I don't know how I got minus 2 on a math exam. There you go.
It's so bad.
Okay.
It's so bad that we're going to be taking a very short break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Bye-bye.
KO.
till the quiet and the echoes became colder. You took my love and gave it back. It's yours to leave, but it won't keep me from this heart attack. And I'll try to carry on again, but I never really knew that it was over.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're about to jump into the second game of Miramar for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup, powered by the one and only Millennium Arabia. I am your host, Dude Sandstorm Dude, alongside Max Man, as we're going to be jumping into the second game of the day. Max, you called it out in the first time around. You said Demons were the underdogs. You said they were your dark horse, and they were the ones that came out on top and got themselves that juicy chicken dinner.
Not only Demons that did take that first chicken dinner on Miramar, but also Divine Vendetta playing the northern, slow-paced northern rotations. Absolutely top-notch. They did a little bit of gatekeeping in late game stage. They did not get, unfortunately, any further than that. They did get in like 4th position, I do believe it was on that game. Still outstanding game from both of these two teams. I'm really happy to see them come out on top because, as I said earlier, yesterday, also I did say that, is that Miramar is all about these rotations, and these two teams have been pretty dominant on Erangel in terms of rotations after the snaking part and all of that. They struggled a little bit to deal with that kind of section. But Miramar, if you have your rotations, that's like 80% of your gameplay is going to be on Miramar, how you rotate. So they did it really well. Great rotations with that game, and that's why they deserve to get high standings 1st and 4th position respectively for both Demons and Divine Vendetta. But anyways, before we do jump into the game number 2 of today for the Pringles Gamers Cup, gonna have to try and jump here and see where the current standings are taking us. Gonna see team number 1 is gonna be Akatsuki. They got now a total of 60 points. They're getting to the just about the amount of points of Kurd Squad on the first qualification phase last weekend. So they're getting pretty close, and that means that I just can't wait to see Akatsuki and Kurd Squad go head-to-head in the grand finals, if that does happen to be the case. Clan X, 2nd position, followed up by Divine Vendetta in 3rd position. Divine Vendetta, they started off with a little bit more points than Demons. That's why they are now above of Demons. But Demons, they get in 4th position with 32 points. 10 points ahead, the likes of Snipers and Campeones right behind them. So they are pretty comfortable, but they're not out of the woods quite yet. Still got to put a few more good performances for them to be nice and comfortable in this top 4.
And I definitely have to say the teams from this qualifier seem to be a lot more involved when it comes to kills and such, rather than from what we've seen in the first qualifier. And I do have to say, Akatsuki team with the 60 points that they have for themselves so far, they're very close to breaking, I think, the 72 or 73 points that Kurd Squad had at the end of game 3. So when it came to Kurd Squad on Miramar, they weren't as consistent. They didn't manage to gather a lot of points like they did on the first day on the 3 games of Erangel. But Akatsuki, they got 2 chicken dinners in the first day of the second qualifier, and so far they've been consistent in getting themselves kills, getting themselves in high positions as well, to make it that much harder for teams to actually catch up with them. And so far, with the 60 points they had, even if they had like 1 or 2 bad games, it's going to be very, very unlikely for them to go down all the way to 5th place, where you have the Snipers currently standing with 22 points alongside Campeones, and shortly followed by, of course, a Game of Thrones and Art at 20 points apiece. But now, we are finally going to be jumping into the action here to the second game of the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. We'll see where that path is going to be. It's going to be from just about south of El Pozo, heading towards the south side of Campo Militar. So not expecting a lot of people to be on Minas del Sur or Los Higos as well. Maybe a few teams going to be heading towards Chumacera and the likes of Las Llanas we saw before. Las Llanas had 2 or 3 teams. Hacienda had 2 teams. And I believe El Pozo was one of the most populated ones as well. Very excited to see where these teams are going to be dropping. And like I said on the first qualifier, are they going to be dropping in the same locations that they dropped in the game beforehand? Are they going to be sticking with the same exact strategy, or are they going to be changing things up a bit?
Already one thing that I'm seeing right out of the gate, Sandstorm, that I really, really enjoy, is Divine Vendetta. They are the one, if not the only team that I've seen so far in yesterday's games and also today. They split and drop as far as possible from all these big batches of players. They're dropping in similar kind of location. And we see Podzo got 2 teams. Even though our Podzo is big, I will allow it. It can have up to 2, 3, 4 teams if it really wants to. That's going to be completely fine. But they're going to be shifting straight down to the likes of Minas del Sur to be as safe as possible, which is what they did last game. They went towards the likes of Campo Militar, or towards that area, at least in that direction. And they just play extremely safe because it's Miramar. You just got so much room to work with. Why would you try and put yourself in a bad spot where you actually might pick a fight and get taken out early? That is why I think the Divine Vendetta, they're really up ahead of their game. And playing it as passive as you want early game in Miramar is always going to be a good thing. It can never be bad.
Yeah. Now we're setting our sights onto team number 11, Campeones, alongside, I believe it is going to be Game of Thrones and
4 teams.
Art. Yeah,
Elite too.
along with the elite as well. Yeah, they're all dropping here.
You see, this
on
should
the
not
same
happen.
exact location.
Why is this being a thing? This should not be happening. You see, there's some teams are dropping.
I mean, look, that means more action in the early stages. I'm not gonna say no to some
I know
action.
it's good for us, but is it good for the
Yeah, it
team
is.
not getting involved? Not really. You know.
I mean, we'll see. They're all in the middle of the map. No one, surprisingly, actually went to Los Leones. Meanwhile, Divine Vendetta, team number 6, as you can see, to the bottom left side of the map here. They're going to be just south of La Driela.
Same for the snipers.
La Driera. Yeah, that's the one. I think they're going to be going towards Valle del Mar or Minas del Valle, I think, at this point. Well, we're going to have to wait and see, as, of course, it is going to be Team 12, 7 skin trays, alongside Akatsuki team towards the eastern side of Picado as well. So there's a lot of teams that are going to be in very close vicinity of other teams on the map here, as we're actually starting with 15 teams instead of 16. So I think one team couldn't actually make it. I'm curious as to who that team actually is.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be unfortunate for this one. There it is. Viper is going to be one of the first characters of this game. Going to be instantly knocked down, flushed out of the game. Elite going to try and clap back. They lost their member. They're going to try and avenge him. There it is. They do trade off pretty evenly. Now it's going to be turned into a 1-on-1-2 trade. Game of Thrones, they're going to be pretty split. A few of their members going to be a little bit too far back. Can't really assist on this push. Magnum got knocked away. Should be confirmed by Suhib. Does have that shotgun. Can try and go for it himself. Xenon also going to be taken out. He tried to go for the run. I don't know really what that call was made for. Also, because he was solo, you knew that your team was going to be losing that member. It was just not worth it. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, this is already right off the start of this game. Game of Thrones down to only one member in El Azahar. Also, El Azahar is not really a big area that too many teams go to. But having 4 teams right off the drop going for it and also picking early game fights is really surprising to me.
Yeah, but I'm going to be skipping over towards the side of AWM, and I believe that's Team Art, team number 10, who managed to get it down here onto
Championes
Youssef.
Youssef. Ooh.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty important down here, and a hit to the morale of the side of Campeones. As Youssef is still knocked down. You can see AWM alongside one of the other members of Art here. Looks like they're going to be rushing and going for that kill. Demons not going to have the need to rotate as they are dead center of the circle. Now we're seeing Alatebi as he opens fire on AWM and Fash, but he's not going to be able to down them. Yusuf still trying to make it, but he's across the road. Very dangerous location, Alatebi. Gonna throw that grenade, and oh, I don't think it did any damage, but it did dissuade the side of Art from going for the kill onto Yusuf, as they are on the opposite side of the wall. Now you can see that crash, and Alatebi all setting their sights. They want to make sure that they can actually get the revive onto Yusuf here, but I don't think they actually can, because the side of Art aren't going to give this up. They want to take down Yusuf.
Also, one thing you got to try and keep in mind is that potentially Elite can try and third party this, though, with the VSS. They do find one. Be pretty good for them. How is this one going to be following on through? Once again, Yusuf. He did get knocked earlier. He just got flushed out. Unfortunately, bled out to his death. That's still not going to be looking great. But Elite, they straight in the back. They did lose one member earlier. We did also see, if you did not see on the edge of your screen, Game of Thrones, their last remaining member, went through the southern section and just got completely the hell away of El Azahar. Trying to play as passive as possible. Going to try and maybe snake it into the late game stages. After you know that snaking and Miramar really doesn't go hands in hand. So this might get a little bit tricky for Game of Thrones to try and get really high in the current standings of this game. And even just stealing kills is going to be complicated on Miramar, because it's just so open-ended. I'm not too sure how that will actually end up for Game of Thrones. But at least they still have one member, so it's not over for them quite yet.
Yeah, so they're going to be seeing some shots being traded here between Campeones and Art. Oh, a lot of bullets actually landing onto El Chumra here, but not going to be able to down him just yet. But definitely going to try and scare him off here. I don't think you want to take this fight if you're a man down, if I was Campeones.
Going to be a little bit passive here. Not much really going on. They already got rid of one team. So three teams in El Azahar, even though I think it's still a bit much. I think that El Azahar is like, can host 2, maybe maximum 3 teams. But if they're really far apart here, they're all close in the same kind of area, northern west of El Azahar. They're going to be a little bit too close quarter, and third partying could happen. Though Demons going to be really proactive with their repositioning. Really dead center of circle as always. They love themselves a good game of Miramar. Going to try and take this one into account. Divine Vendetta haven't rotated yet. They might rotate really soon from Minas del Sur. No reason to go for it right now. They are still really safe. There's no reason. There's only phase 1, phase 2 circle. They do not do that much damage, so you can really stay in the circle if you need to. Avengers, they're going to have a compound of their own. Also, no really big need to rotate. They can just hold this compound for as long as needed. So it's still going to be a really slow-paced early game, despite having a few fights in El Azahar. It's still, which you're expecting to not have too many teams getting taken out early here.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're still on 15 teams. Only 6 people were actually taken out, but no teams were fully eliminated. We did see that one of the guys, I believe it was Game of Thrones. We're down to 1 member, as you said yourself. We are going to be seeing the zone making its way. Meanwhile, it's still a standoff between Campeones and Team Art here. Full shots being traded across the road. Meanwhile, Elite, still hearing all this action, might be coming in to make it a Mexican standoff. See, this is what a Mexican standoff is. It's not 2 people. It has to be like...
It's 3 people. I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah.
You learn every day.
So basically, it's 3 people. Each person, for example, having 2 guns. And each person is basically pointing one gun on one side and the other gun on the other side. So basically, everyone has a gun pointed at them. Or everyone actually has 2 guns pointed at them.
So I always used to use Mexican standoff wrong. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Hey, every day is a school day, you know? Especially when you're talking about math. I learn every day also how to get better at math. Because, of course, everyone in chat, if you did not know, 12 and, 20, of course, makes 22. That is...
Yes, of course.
That is exactly... But there you go. So you still...
You know I'm just going to clip that. You know I'm clipping that.
Please don't do that.
Oh, I know. I'm clipping that and sending it to you. I have to.
The team that has the worst position here is going to be Art because they're really surrounded. Like, there's no big reason why Campeones and Elite would be really shooting at each other. I will say the line of sight's a little bit cut by the buildings taken over by the members of Art. So they're in the worst position here. Surrounded by 2 teams. A breach might happen because a smoke road just popped off, and the only reason why you would do a smoke road would be to actually engage, and that is why here you're going to see Campeones going to be going to the other building as a 2-man team. They're instantly going to get sprayed down by one of the members of Art, not going to be taken down whatsoever, down to now 2/3 HP. Alotaiba is going to try and join up if he can, going to try and spray back a little bit with that AKM. Unfortunately, he's prone down, not going to be poking his head whatsoever. This one's just going to be a little bit more slow paced, but still they're going up against a 4-man squad. And Elite, after this fight does break out, they can just third party this one and engage and just clear out the entire fight here in Al Azahar. It might be happening really soon. We did see a Molotov get chocked on through, not going to be doing much. But Elite just going to be prone in the distance, waiting for their time to shine.
Yeah, they're going to try and basically clean up kills. As you can see, Basil here is going to be looking towards that wall and crash. Going to be the first one to fire some shots away. Meanwhile, AWM with a beautiful rotation, going to be able to pick one up as Alatabi lights him up as well. Not able to finish him off though, as AWM will be able to retreat and heal himself up. But one of the members of the side of Campeones is dead, and I believe Al Shamri across the road from Alatabi is already knocked down as well. So, I mean, you said Art were in a very bad position, but if Campeones are the ones that are just rushing on their own, with it, again, with having 1-man disadvantage as well, not going to work out for them. And now they're 3 men down. It's all up to Atabi. Meanwhile, you still have the side of Elite who are slowly but surely making their way through the buildings, clearing them one by one to try and see if they can take down Team Art here.
Well, they did already cross the road, which was like the hardest part for them to do. They did that when the fight was breaking out between both Art and Campeones, which is great. Oh! This is what car sex looks like. I don't know what that was all about. But that was interesting. But there you go, though. Unfortunately, Arab Champion's going to be losing 2 of their members, getting knocked away. Going to be interesting to see how that one does break on through. But still, the best thing really that would be able to happen here for Campeones is just leave the fight. A little bit like the last member of Game of Thrones that we saw earlier. Just get out. There's no reason to really overstay this one. And you're probably not going to pick a fight against 2 almost fully stacked teams. Like, there's no reason for them to go for that. Though, as I said, we had Arab Champions earlier. Got 2 members knocked. I think they might be both rezzed. I'm not sure if M16 are actually going to close up. Seem like they are kind of going in that similar kind of location. And they do find one res. Can I find another one? We'll have to wait and see. Still, this fight in El Azahar is taking ages to happen. But M16, yeah, they're repositioning. Going to try and get a little bit high ground. They're going to find a way better angle to harass Arab Champions. Can't quite get them. They both got their 2 members res back up. So now they're back as a 4-man squad up against a 4-man squad of M16. So this is going to be pretty even. Arab Champions, another one of their members going to get knocked away in the distance. But unfortunately, they're so far off. And they have to go through a dip to actually get to Arab Champions. This is really risky for them to actually go for the car move and get there. The one thing they could do is you can see in the distance you have a really nice high ground and you've got a nice dip they can roll through. The best thing for them they could do right now is actually rotate on the tippity top of that mountain and directly harass them down. But though Abumar, nice shot with the car 98, does find one member. They do an even trade-off. They do find the res instantly. Joker back up to 75% HP. This is mostly going to be a battle of knocks and trying to use the utility of the enemies. But here, as I said, look at on the right. They got such a good high ground to go for. They could just take it. It's such an easy rotation. I'm surprised they're holding this area instead. But we saw another Car 98 shot coming on through from M16. Being really good. But Hellboy, he's going to be leading the offensive on this move. And without the full assistance of his team, this is a little bit risky.
Yeah, and you can see now M16 going to be able to get in the car. I think they might be going
that's
for
the move.
escape here.
That is the move. That's exactly what I was saying. That is the best position you can take to just harass Arab champions. Absolutely perfectly executed by M16. And now they had already that insane bolt action with the Car 98. And now Joker, he knows that they're repositioning. You know he can't really deal with that. He knows that they have the better high ground. So he has to do a little bit of a cautious move here. But he's still not going to give up whatsoever. But this was like the best opportunity for M16 to pick this one.
Yeah, he's going to try and go for a rush here. Exactly like Hellboy. But I think Joker in a 1v4, not going to be very easy for him to take down the entire squad of M16. He might have the backup sniper support of Hellboy, but Hellboy is going to be coming up to put the pressure on here for M16. Grenade might be going out. You want to throw that anytime now. Oh, is it actually going to land on anyone?
Did it explode?
No.
Where is it?
I think it...
Did it explode and we just didn't see it? Maybe he rolled down the mountain, unfortunately, because that can happen.
Yeah, I think so as well, but I'm still holding the better position here. Abu Omar actually hanging a little bit further back with Smoker.
Now Elite is the one that's going to get harassed by Art. Because I think that Elite actually lost one member. Basil, they're going to be going for the engagement to the 4-man squad. They're not going to have any chance. He's going to try and clap back. He gets him. Nicely done. With the M4, but unfortunately a little bit too overwhelmed. At the end, that's still going to be one member of Art taken out of the picture. Suhab going to be instantly flushed out and taken out of the picture. That will be 15th position, mainly going over to their team of Elite Team 5. And still, Alotaibi, last member remaining of Campeones, going to be lurking in the shadows. Still not a fight I would recommend him to go for. But that will be the end normally of the fight of El Azahar. I would go back over to Arab Champions and M16 going head-to-head. And the repositioning here was really good. And actually, that's really smart from Arab Champions. Because they knew they were under pressure because they did not have that high ground. They went to the compound instead, which is just a really good way to defend and be away from the direct pressure applied by M16, which I really, really love. But Akatsuki Gara is going to be knocked away as Demon's going to be picking their very, very own fight. A lot of fights coming on through over the board. Foxes going to be trying to pick their fight. Unfortunately, going to have that one member, Coco, of Team 12. Skim Tray, he's going to be the last member remaining, unfortunately. Can he make
but
the moves?
He does have an AWM, so that's going to be quite a lot of damage. If you take a shot literally anywhere.
I mean, AWM at this stage, like phase 2 of Miramar, is like the best weapon you can actually hope for.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome. So, as a one-man army, if you want a good loadout to actually potentially turn it on its head, this is the loadout you're looking for.
Yeah, that's an M4 with the AWM.
That's great.
Pretty good loadout, but now I think we're going to be seeing the Foxes move at us. Coco's still taking those shots. They're not connecting with anyone from the side of the Foxes. And don't forget, he's the only member surviving from the side of 7 Skim Trays. We can still see the fight here. I think it's going to be escalating very, very shortly between Arab Champions and the side of M16, as it is going to be danger. Takes out Abu Omar in the distance, and Joker trying to go for the flank on the right side. Man, a decent amount of shots. But I think Joker actually got down. And now you can see Error towards the left side with Hellboy. They're going to be trading 2 for 2. Here comes Danger. Here comes Toxic. Here comes M16. There's going to be a 1 member left remaining. And it is going to be Arab Champions eliminated by the side of M16 here, suffering no losses whatsoever. That's going to be 4 kills going over to their side. As I think we're going to be down to about 14 teams left on the map here. I think, no, we're actually down to maybe 13 or 12 even. We'll have a look in a few short moments.
They get reduced pretty heavily, but as I said, that high ground was going to be extremely valuable for M16, especially because this is a third-person view tournament, and that's where the high ground comes really into play. Akatsuki, they lost Gara a little bit earlier, unfortunately. They're now down to a 3-man squad. They got the first chicken dinner yesterday on Erangel. Can they get another one here on this other map, though? Divine Vendetta suffered 1 loss with that car explosion. Interesting to see how that one is going to be working out for them, but they do find this crate. Would be really interesting to see what is in there. Can they find an AWM? Do they get a Groza? Do they get an AUG? What is in there? We'll have to try and wait a little bit
What do you
later.
think they should be getting?
At this
What would
stage,
you
it's
want
still
to be getting, rather?
it's still phase 2. An AWM is still going to be extremely valuable, but an AUG would also be great at this stage. AUG or AWM would be the best here.
Find out. I think they picked up Gillisu, but now we're going to be having a look at Campion, or rather, Kurd up. Coming towards Impala here.
Yeah, Kurd
On the
up.
side.
Unfortunately, last game
Oh.
having a little bit of struggle, though we did say Divine Vendetta, they lost one of their members earlier. Down now to 3 members, I do believe. So they're going to have to try and rotate away from Impala. They got the southern east side open to get in circle. M16, they're going to try and go for a rotation of their own. I do think so. Maybe try and find a compound or good high ground they can actually scout with, because this is not a really good area to scout. I'm going to try and go on the opposite side a little bit down south to actually be able to scout properly team rotations. But the freaks from Kurd up. Very, very split at this stage of the game on Miramar. Not a big fan. They got to try and stay as close quarter as possible. Or send one scout, but in like assistance range, I guess. But their rotations here are a little bit weird. They're going to try and take different cars. It's only phase 2, as I said earlier. DVI can also do it. Is phase 1, phase 2 can stay out in the blue zone because it just does such a little amount of damage. You can really allow yourself to do so. Divine Vendetta, they found a compound for themselves just on the very, very edge of the circle. Phase 2 has 2 minutes before it does start closing up towards phase 3. This phase 3 is starting off now. The tick damage will be a little bit increased. Not an insane amount anyways. And it's going to be a center circle shift, which is going to be so good for the likes of Akatsuki and M16. But you can see the demons, once again, extremely proactive, extremely responsive to the circle shift. They're going to go straight center, go for Minas Generalis, or maybe towards the likes of Graveyard, actually. That would be a really good location to go with. And I think here the best bet for some of these teams is to go where M16 and Akatsuki are located, because it's more central, it has the high ground, and also you got a lot of visibility on these crossroads sections, so you can actually get and feed yourself a lot of information on these team rotations to know where you can take your shots and how you can rotate yourself if need is be.
Well, I do have to commend on M16. Great positioning right there. Fox is still in those compounds. They should be making a move out very soon as, yeah, they are outside of the zone. Meanwhile, snipers, Khaled, Mustafa, Mohammed, and Moyassar are just waiting in the wings here. Meanwhile, Fox driving with a torn-off tire. Or a ripped tire, or kind of like deflated tire. There's not even a tire. It's just the rims that he's driving with.
Yes, he punctured, I guess you can call it.
Punctured tire. That
Punctured
is
tire.
it even punctured though?
I don't know. Look at that Naruto.
I
He's
mean,
got a
destroyed
tippity top
tire
there.
makes more sense. Wait, Naruto. Oh
I didn't
my
even know
god.
you could get there. What the hell? How do you do that? Teach me the way, senpai.
Oh my god.
Also, you gotta say happy
Oh my god.
or
He's
no.
spotting M16 here.
If he has a grenade. Oh no, they actually heard his footsteps. They were looking in that kind of similar direction, I do believe. I think they know. The Naruto's right there. But here it is. He takes a few shots. There it is. Gets danger. Can he flush it out? Once again, this is third person view. This is going to be huge for Naruto. He does not confirm it, unfortunately. Oh, it did confirm it just a little bit after. There you go. Did bleed out the very, very end. Normally, he should be able to get it. But he should be able to get it. Yeah, okay. He didn't confirm it. He was going to get confirmed very, very quickly after. So there you go. Grenade going to be just chucked on through. Got to try and cook it a little bit more, because here there's no reason to just go for like... No. What? No! Naruto! What the hell was that? Why are you doing that?
Oh my god.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh my
No one is gonna res you. No one is gonna res you from the lineup of Akatsuki team.
Why?
How? Oh my god, no.
I was about to say so happy 20th
Akatsuki.
birthday, because today is the 20th birthday of Naruto as an anime character. But I can't... Yeah, no. But now they have to move on through. It is Mage's going to be pulling the offensive on this one. Look at that spray in action with the MK14. Ow, just a little bit more. Unfortunately, will get taken out. And that will be Akatsuki out in 12th position. They had such a good positioning. I'm so sad to see them go out so early. Naruto, the throw is real. Ah, I'm gonna go in depression now. Disappointed.
Disappointed is like the least we could say about that situation. But it happens. You hate to see it. Meanwhile, the snipers, the team that I was kind of rooting for, taking a lot of damage from the side of Avengers here.
Yeah, still our shots.
Karkash. Yeah, he's gonna get traded back and forth between him. Meanwhile, you can see in the distance, actually, team number 12, 7 skin trays. Trying to fight it
Oh,
up, but oh,
this shift
boy,
is
that
great
circle.
for Team 8. like, here's going to be mainly for Avengers. They have the high
Yeah,
ground.
and as well for the snipers, actually, yeah, because they're in compounds and they have a lot of vision in the areas around them, and they control these compounds, and they have a crossroads as well. So
Yeah.
a lot of open ground for them to keep their eyes open. But are they going to be able to cover it, though, is the question.
I mean, they should be able to do so. Look at that, Demons. They're lurking. They know, like, oh, we want this high section of Graveyard under our belt. So they're going to go for a shift. So, two of their members a little bit far back. But like, I think that here, Demons, if they can take this after what they did on Game 1, they got the first chicken dinner of today on Miramar. If they can get this prime positioning, take it away from Avengers, they are going to be another big contender for the second chicken dinner today and might be the first back-to-back winners in this tournament.
Oh, we shall see. Now, Mazza driving up. And in a little bit of an open position as Avengers are going to try and light them up here. A few shots being fired, and the fact that they gave away their position here towards the Demons. Now they're kind of alerted to this situation. Meanwhile, you can see as well team number 7, the Foxes. They're still alive and well. They might be third-partying this skirmish as well between the side of Demons and Avengers. Who would come out on top, Demons or Avengers, actually?
Seeing the positioning, I'd have to say Avengers because they have the high ground, which always is going to be great. But it all depends really of how they can play. Oh, be careful there in the shot. You're going to see Team 7 Foxes lurking on in the shadows. But unfortunately, Escobar has no information. He's just going to get flushed almost out. But he does remain with just a few HP remaining, so he's going to be fine. But unfortunately, Durgam going to try and go down. They do find a knock on top of Demon Snake. Put him down to now 3 members. Not going to be looking great in the process. But here it is, Foxes. They're going to go down, trying to breach up on top of Demons. Almost get another knock on top of Maza, but can't quite find it, unfortunately. Escobar also got almost taken out of the picture, but as I say that, he gets knocked out in the back. Not going to be looking great. 2 members knocked away. They should be able to find a res for Demons. Ninja Morocco going to be also knocked out. And this is Demons just getting pinched between 2 teams as they were trying to breach up on top of Avengers. Not looking great. Can they find a res? I'm not too sure. He's going to try and go for the smoke road. Can they make it over to Ninja Morocco? I'm not too sure, but making this cross-section is going to be extremely risky. But it does actually block out most of the vision, so this is actually a really good smoke road. It was really well pressured. And that's going to just allow a few members to try and snake back to the main building. Molotov. Oh, no, wait, Molly? Molly. Where's it going to knock?
Is it going to land, though?
Oh, no, not far enough. That was a nice try, though. If it did knock, that would have been great. Look at that, though. Clan X lurking, waiting for when they can third-party this fight.
Yeah, but Smoke Road will be able to give Demons a chance to revive their fallen teammates here. Now we can see 4 teams on the southern side of the circle. Meanwhile, team number 14 towards the east. And switch again here, massively benefiting the lineup of Avengers, even though they're down to 2 men. It's very good up for now. And M16 is still holding that high ground, but they're going to have to try and make a move pretty darn soon if they want to get themselves into that circle. And you can see from their point of view, it's just a massive open area. And now the teams are just going to start to drop here. Keep looking at the screen on the top left side. 27 people alive, 9 teams remaining, and so many people down. So we're going to see those numbers drastically change in the next few short moments. Who's going to be the one to secure those kills is that question. Because every single kill here is going to massively matter as we are in the 5th game of the second qualifier for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup.
M16, they lose danger. They're going to go finding for the rotation on the eastern side of phase 5 circle. They find this dip. I think here's the best way to stop, but they're not going to stop. They're going to keep on going. I think they should have held that for themselves. Oh man, if they actually landed on the wheels, that would have been epic. But yeah, they got so many members also in this car. This is not looking great at all for M16. What are they doing, my boys? Run, boy, run! What are you doing? You're under fire on most teams. And this might be the death of M16. Error going to be extremely low. Same for Problem. Toxic is still going to have quite a few HP up his belt. But they do pick that fight really now nicely up against the side of Kurd up. Do you get 2 knocks and maybe kills actually up their sleeve? That's going to be great. Going to try and confirm it for himself, get that extra point. Look at that. Unfortunately, the circle shift is moving away from all these teams. Foxes, Demons, and Clan X. They're not in circle. They have to be very careful. The last member earlier that we saw of Game of Thrones, they got away from that compound fight earlier. He's going to be still remaining. He's going to be able to avoid that fight. He is in the circle. Going to maybe be able to gatekeep and steal a few kills away here. But Demons still has a 4-man squad. Was able to get the 2 res back up. Actually, no, is it down to a 3-man squad now? Or do they have 1 member that I can't see? Just not on camera view. I think there's 1 member I can't see. I think they still... Yeah, they are still 4 members. They are still up as a 4 squad, but here it is. Ahmad from Game of Thrones. He's just going to be running up the opposite direction, getting away from this fight because he saw just way too many teams at the same time. But Clan X, they're going to be finally leading the offensive, pushing up on top of Avengers. Grenade's just going to be chucked on through to try and push them back from those areas of interest where they can actually peek on through. But Demon's going to try and pick that fight. Mars are going to be the first casualty, followed up very closely by Snake. Ninja Morocco got flushed out just a few seconds prior. Alligator now going to be the last member remaining on their side. How is this one going to be working out for Demon? They're still going to try and pick this fight. He is against the blue zone. Phase 5 circle does a lot of tick damage. Will he make it in just in time? Apparently yes, but look at that. Clan X won their fight and they did overtake the compound. Mazda got confirmed and taken away by Clan X. Demon still on the run. Top 6 teams going to be remaining. And actually Alligator gets to the safe zone and can find that res on top of Snake. But Clan X still going to be lurking up there in that building that they took over. But the circle shift is really good for the snipers.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. That's the team I call that as my dark horse. And now they're in prime position to take this game. 6 teams left alive, 16 people on the board. And Campeones still have Alatabi. He's still alive coming into phase number 5. Demons are down to 2 members. A lot of these teams have actually suffered quite numerous losses when it comes to the numbers of their squad. And I think at this point, maybe the snipers are the only team that actually are alongside Clan X. And now Demons, they're getting lit up by the snipers here as they try to make a move down towards the circle. Alligator, I think he might actually get knocked down here. I don't even think I see him anymore in Snake, hiding behind that tree. But for how much longer is the question? He's going to try and make a run. And beautiful connection there by Moyasser to connect that one. AWM is going to be doing a lot of damage. That one should connect. And yeah, that should be him dead in a few short moments as Boyka picks up error here alongside Khaled, stealing the kill away. I think he might have stolen the kill away from the side of the snipers here, but the rest of these squads, Clan X, team number 1, Demons have been eliminated. Have been?
Yep, in 6th position.
Yeah, and M16 might be short to flow alongside Kurt up as Khaled from the side of the snipers is lighting him up. And Alatabi actually off the back of that one might be able to steal a few kills away. Clan X now making a move. M16. Yeah, I think he's going to be running out of the circle. I think he knows that he's dead, so he doesn't give any points away. And now the snipers going to take a few shots at Clan X on the opposite side here. These guys are in the perfect position to kill everyone. It's such an open area. There's no cover. Spray away as you do. But the snipers are going to be suffering one loss here. Crocodile, first one to go down. Will Freak be the next to follow? Khaled will be pushed to the very edge of the circle. Freak, one more shot, will be able to take him down. And Clan X, we're actually down to 3 teams, the snipers. Clan X and Kurd up. Will the prophecy be fulfilled? You called the first game. Could I have possibly called the second? Clan X taking a lot of damage here. Khaled is just working away with that Car 9 and the barrel as he takes down Tuffy and downs him to the ground. Now we have Freak, last member surviving. It's a 4v1 v2, I believe, or v3 for the side of Clan X here. And again, the circle in the favor of the snipers here. Freak is going to get taken down by Khaled. That's going to be skill number 6 going over to the snipers. And now 4v3. Snipers versus Clan X. Clan X had amazing performances in the second day of their first qualifier. They managed to get themselves in the top 4, but weren't able to actually claim their spot. But let's see if they're going to be able to come out this time around as Moyasser is able to pick up the kill onto Tuffy. Now, Boyka and Vulcan against the entire lineup of the snipers. Will they be able to get enough damage onto them? But looks like Khaled coming in with the flank from the left side. Vulcan hiding in the smoke for how much longer? Boyka taking damage from the lineup, and a beautiful connection once more by Khaled. Vulcan, last member alive. He's going to get taken down, and the snipers get their chicken dinner.
That's snipers, but apparently you called game number 2 here. Congratulations to you.
Look, we're both superior casters.
That's why we casters, exactly, because you've got big brains. That's why.
Big brain plays every day, all day.
They got 9 kills on top of that. They get 19. Did I count that right?
Yes, you got your math. Now here's the thing. What is 19 plus 22?
What am I'm thinking way too much right now. 31?
41!
41! God damn it! And where's... Oh my god.
How is this possible? Max, man! God dang it, man!
Let's focus on the standings. Okay, so we're gonna see Clan X still like very consistent, 2nd position overall this game. They go at 3, 4, 5, 6 points for themselves. And then you're gonna see Kurt up. Still Kurt up. This is one of their best performances throughout this second qualification phase. So still, if they can do another game like this, they can potentially go a little bit higher. I'm still, unfortunately, pretty sure that Curd Up is not going to have a shot at getting this top 4, at least for this qualification phase, maybe next one, unless they have like an insane game 3, where they just clear the entire lobby, which I don't think is going to really happen because Miramar is just way too big. If it was Sanhok, I'd be like, maybe.
It's
But
possible,
here, really, that's not going to be really bound to happen. Though M16, I got to praise them. That outplay that they pulled earlier on Arab Champions, when they just repositioned on high ground, extremely valuable and really good by the book kind of gameplay. So I've got to really praise M16 for that. And also got to really praise Team 8, who was Avengers. They knew right away where the high ground location was going to be working out for them. They took it after they had a hard time taking it for themselves because they got breached by 3 teams at the exact same time. They had a lot to go up against. But I still also got to really praise the team of Avengers. Really good shot calling, really good repositioning. Just got to work a little bit on that communication, on holding compounds and dealing with compound breaches. And if they can do that, they're going to be a big, big contender here for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. There you have it. That was game number 2. Sandstorm.
Yeah.
Fun action all around.
Yeah, definitely. That was one hell of a game. But ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. We still have one game left to go for today. And then by the end of that one, we'll find out who will be the next set of players and teams that will be joining us for the grand final on October 5th. But for now, we're going to take a short break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Begin. KO.
So please just pull away. I can't look you in the face. I don't wanna have to lie. I want this love to survive. Like in your heart, I feel paralyzed. I feel paralyzed. Look in your eyes, I feel paralyzed.
We are the goblins. We are the goblins. We are the goblins. We are the goblins from Mars, but they don't know who we are. Know who we are. We are the goblins. We are the goblins. We are the goblins. We are the goblins. We are the goblins from Mars, but they don't know who we are. Know who we are.
Begin. KO.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third and final game of Miramar for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup, powered by the one and only Millennium Arabia. So far, these teams have been progressing insanely well. We have so much to talk about. But before we get that, just going to reintroduce myself, of course, to you lovely people back at home. It's me, your boy, Dude Sandstorm Dude, with the one and only Maxman alongside me to wrap up the second qualifier for this tournament. Now, Maxman, this game was so insane. So where do you want to start? Like, where do you want to?
Well, I gotta say already, we both, like, just weird flex but okay moment, we both called out which team was gonna win first game and second game.
I mean, do we dab on the haters now? Like, do we hit that?
Just do it, let's go, boom. Big.
Just
Yeah, there you go. I was like, don't leave me hanging,
There
thank you very much. Mine was like a kind of a poor man dab, but no, whatever. It's completely
No,
fine.
I go
People
crazy.
don't clip that.
You have to commit.
Don't
you have
clip
to
that.
commit to the dab, okay? You have to commit to the dab.
There you go. But like, it was great. First game, really good rotations from Demons. They also had really good rotations my second game, but unfortunately, they just had to deal with 4 teams at the same time. They had to deal with Foxes. They had to deal also with Avengers, and also at the same time, they had to deal with the side of Team Clan X. So that was just a little bit too overwhelming. They had a hard time dealing with that and actually breaching the compound to actually hold a high ground. Just a little bit too complicated. Then you had your team, the snipers, the circle. I'm not going to say they got lucky, but they did get lucky. They had 3.
Hey.
They had
it was
3
calculated, okay?
They had 3 northern shifts in their favor in a row, and they were always at like the limit of the north for themselves. So they never had to really move out. And then all the teams, you saw it curd up, and also the side of Clan X, they both had to go downhill, and downhill. It's okay if you're on Sandhawk, it's okay if you're on Erangel, because you can deal with it, because you've got the grasses, you've got the bushes, you've got the trees, you've got the rocks. Here, unfortunately, that was a little bit non-existent, and that's why 2 of those teams didn't make it out. After they did play well with the circle, it went in their favor, that's one thing, but they used it extremely well. So, game number 2, really deserving, going over to the team of the snipers, and that's why they get themselves now in that top 3, if you do want to talk quickly about the standings here, Sandstorm.
Yeah, of course. Now we're just going to be looking at it. Of course, Akatsuki team sitting still in first place firmly with 62 points. Didn't have the best of games last time around. They didn't get themselves in the top base, so they didn't have any placement points. I believe they only managed to get themselves 2 kills. So they're still about 11 points behind from setting the higher record for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. And then right behind them, Clan X coming in hot, 3 points behind, sitting at 59. And then we have the 2 teams that we were actually calling out as our dark horses. You have my team, the Snipers, sitting in 3rd with 41 points, and Demons sitting firm in 4th with 37. But here's the thing, they're right behind them. There's 2 teams. You got Divine Vendetta and M16. They're both giving them a run for their money. So the Snipers and Demons, they're not safe just yet. And maybe even Clan X. I'm pretty sure Akatsuki at this point, as long as they don't have like an absolutely horrible game where they get no placements, no kills, and nothing, they might be in danger. If teams like Divine Vendetta, yeah, I mean, look, the only situation is if Divine Vendetta or M16 get one hell of a game. I'm talking like 20 kills and a chicken dinner in order to get themselves on top and degrade kind of Akatsuki. But I think at this point, they should be fine. The ones that should be worrying about their position are the snipers and the demons, of course. They're still about a maximum of 6-7 points ahead of the rest of the teams. Now, Team Art Campeones, it's possible, but it's going to be very difficult for them to get into the top 4. So now it's up to the snipers and demons to not have a bad game in order to actually get themselves into the top 4, and rather keep themselves in the top 4 and get themselves that spot in the grand finals on October 5th.
That is what they're going to try and aim for. You can see then the lowest sections of your leaderboard. Unfortunately, a few teams that did struggle a lot, especially the side of Kurt Up. Also, Arab Champions. They're a team that, as I said, they had a few moments where like, oh man, they can actually play some good PUBG Mobile, but they need to definitely, before the next qualification phase, because that's 100% sure that they are not making it up unless they have like the most insane game possible, but they're not going to make it up there. They need to work on their communication, on their synergy, and of course on how they breach these compounds. So far, in all our games, they had one successful compound breach, and that was game 1, I do believe. They need to work on these breaches, and they need to work on repositioning, because that's been pulling them down just so much. And that's what's been making them go out, unfortunately, in 14th position right now. They need to work on that, and they have 1 week to join scrims, to do some private VOD review, see where they need to fix, see what is ticking wrong, work on that, improve, and then come back on the 3rd week of qualification phase to try and make it back in that top 4. But as I'm seeing them right now, they are nowhere near a level to go into the grand finals. And that is something that I think they need to work on, because once again, they have a lot of potential. They just need to work on these little things that pull them down.
Yeah, I think for now, Art, Campeones, Game of Thrones, Elite, Avengers, like the let's say the bottom 6 to 12 position teams. I think at this point, or rather even all the way to 16, it's incredibly unlikely for them to get themselves into the top 4. Maybe Art and Campeones have a chance, but they need to have one hell of a game. Even Game of Thrones need to have one hell of a game, and you need the snipers and the demons as well to not have the best of games in order to get themselves in the top 4. So there's so many variables at play here. So we can't tell for sure who is going to be going, other than, of course, Akatsuki and Clan X. It's going to be very unlikely for them to not make it through this time around, but we'll find out soon enough, as we are going to be jumping into this 3rd and final game on Miramar very, very shortly. Now, before we actually get into this game, I do have to ask, are you going to stick with your choice here with the demons, or do you want to change things up and stick with Divine Vendetta, or maybe even M16, because they had really good positions when they were fighting the likes of, I'm not sure it was Clan X, I think it was Arab Champions actually, yeah. When they had a great rotation, you yourself actually called it before it actually happened. They managed to get in the car, throw some smokes, get themselves to the high ground, and then they were able to win the fight against the Arab Champions and get themselves into the top 8. But can they make it all the way to the top 4 and get themselves that spot in the qualifiers?
I think they definitely do have a lot of potential. I think like something ticked and it made M16 just have an insane last game. They got to be consistent. Once again, 2 games is not going to be enough unless they have, once again, a really, really solid performance on this last game here of Phase 2 qualification phase for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. That's what we're hoping for. But as I see on my screen, we are now loading in Game 3 of today on Miramar. It's going to be really interesting. But also, I do have to say, all you beautiful people at home, don't hesitate to smash, absolutely obliterate, melt to the ground that subscribe button, so you do get notified when we do go live in the future for the Phase 3 qualification phase of this Gamers Cup. Because this is Phase 2. We're going to have an extra 4 teams making it to the grand finals in the next 2 weeks. But we're still going to be missing an extra 4 teams. And we'll be seeing which teams will be able to dominate next weekend. Because some teams that don't make it today, as I said earlier, Arab Champions, they have a lot of potential. They've got to work on it. But they can potentially still sign up for next week's qualification phase and make it in that top 4. That's definitely possible. So if you support a team and they're not having the best day of their life right now in PUBG Mobile competitive, it is not over. They still have a chance to make it up. So once again, smash that follow button and you will be notified when we do go live in the future for the Gamers Cup here, brought to you by the power of Pringles and Millennium Arabia.
And of course, big shout out for Pringles to collaborate and come together with Tencent to bring you this Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. Very excited to have all of you here. And if you guys are excited to see us on the cast, if you guys like us, like our commentary,
they like my quick math.
they do love your quick math, I have to say. You want to see more Maxman quick math? Yeah, just follow him on Twitter and Instagram. I believe it's Maxman30 VG, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I think you remember my tag better than me.
Yeah, and see, I mean, I'm your co-caster.
That's the real pros. That's the real bros. That's how you know.
Bro code. And then, of course, it's me, your boy, Sandstormcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you guys could hit that follow button, that would be greatly appreciated. But now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Game 3 of Miramar. The plane is going to be going from the south side of Chumasari here, just north of Los Higos, towards just east of Capital Militar, actually. So that's going to be a pretty interesting route. I want to see if people are going to be dropping towards that military camp, or are they just going to be scattered? Because I can already see a few teams actually heading towards Los Leones. Snipers always heading away from absolutely everyone. They want to have a relaxed first few minutes of the game because we've seen what they can do given the right equipment and the right positioning. They can demolish teams one by one. And I think we can safely say that most of the teams are out of the play, and we don't really have that many yet. And we should find out exactly where the rest of these teams are going to be going, as you can see actually team number 7, Foxes, and Game of Thrones. I think they might be heading towards Picado here.
One thing that I'm really happy right out of the gate, you still have a few clumps of teams, but it's way more spread out than what we saw in Game 1 and Game 2 altogether, which is going to be normally giving you a way more passive early game, which is what I'm expecting here. But it's way more by the book kind of gameplay on Miramar. Seeing teams split so far is really good. Though El Azahar got 3 teams again. But Clan X is going to be joining the fun this time, which is going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think it's so this time it's M16. I believe before it was Elite, Campeones, and Team Art this time around.
Yeah, and they're here again.
Of M16 and Clan X. Yeah, the returning team will be Team Art here. Let's see what these guys will be able to do in the first few moments, and will they be going for a fight? Because they're actually spread out a little bit this time around.
This is okay.
Rather than the last time. Yeah, last time I think they were all towards the same location that M16 was in. And they were all just fighting and kind of holding their ground and waiting for the other team to make the first move. And that's something that I've actually seen in a lot of those teams. They don't like to be proactive. They always like to sit back and be reactive and just wait for anyone to make the first move and then try to come up with a plan and think of a way to counter the engage coming their way. This time around, actually, quite surprising. We have even more teams dropping out. We're starting with 13 teams and 49 people on the board here. First game, we had a total of 16 with 64. Second game, we had 60 people with 15. And not sure what happened with the rest of those teams, but still excited to see who will be those last 4 teams to join us for those qualifiers. And don't forget, you don't have the best of luck this time around. You can always sign up next week as you have one more chance to qualify for the grand finals of the PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. Brought to you, of course, by Pringles and Millennium Arabia. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thank you. But though we're going to be panning over my favorite compound of Miramar, and that's going to be Picado. Going to have 2 teams going up against each other. It's going to be Foxes and Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, they suffered huge casualties last fight in El Azahar, and they just gave up on that location, which I understand, you know, it can be a little bit scarring. It can be a little bit scary to go back there when you just got completely clapped by these 4 teams that were up there. They just gave up on that one, went for Picado instead, which gives you really good potential rotations in your early to mid game stage. So I think that these 2 teams definitely know what this is all on about. But Durgam from Foxes, he's going to try and lead the offensive, and he's instantly going to be knocked down. It's going to get a little bit tricky. Probably no res will be coming out. Xenon going to be on the backside of that building. Can he find the flush on top of Durgam? Might be coming on through. Not too sure how this one's going to be really panning over. But still, that one member going out on his own should not have been happening. You're going through a cross section of the road. You know you're going to get punished. But Escobar also going to be knocked away. Fox is down to now only 2 members, unless they can find a res, which in my opinion right now seems extremely unlikely. But a few smokes will be popped on over. Yeah, and I think this might be the opportunity for Game of Thrones actually to breach the compound themselves, because they got 2 kills. They got that man advantage that they needed.
Yeah, they're going to be getting that confirmed kill just now on Durgam. Escobar still bleeding out here, and I'm not sure. I think Abla will be able to actually make a way here and try and get the revive. But Escobar's actually going to get finished off here. Very well played, confirming 2 kills for the side of Game of Thrones. Let's see what they're going to be able to do with that advantage that they have over the Foxes in Picado. I do want to have a look at the rest of the squads and see how well they're doing as well. And that's, thank you very much, production. Very on point. And Los Leones has the team Elite. Meanwhile, you do have Curd Up and Divine. I forgot their name, actually.
Divine Vendetta?
Yeah, Divine Vendetta. That's the one.
Yeah.
Divine Vendetta over towards the right side here. And actually, Campeon is all the way in the top in La Cobrillera. So that's going to take them quite some time to actually get to the circle. They're going to suffer maybe a little bit of damage, but shouldn't be anything too much to worry about, as Durham actually going to be the first one to get something back for the side of the Foxes.
That was a great
Beautiful
molly.
Molotov going to be able to land right on him here. Almost going to half health them actually, and might actually just do that with the afterburn. But I think Ahmed should be able to get revived here nonetheless.
And we did say it like earlier, the res probably not going to come on through. They did actually confirm and lose those 2 members. Lost, unfortunately, Durgam and also Escobar. Though Molly, that was a great one. They couldn't really overcommit to that one because they're really high in the building, so breaching this one can get a little bit tricky. Also, getting through the cross section here of Picardo is always not going to be good in your favor if you're the one trying to pull the trigger. They did go for the smoke. Also, should be able to find the res back as a 4-man squad. But here is when Fox is really... It's going to get really scary for them. Though Divine Vendetta, actually, because they dropped really close to one team, they're going to be losing one of their members. Got knocked away with the Uzi. Would be interesting to see how that fight is happening on the eastern coast. But M16, they're just going to leave the hell out of this area of El Azhar as they go over to the side of Clan X, trying to get away as fast as they possibly can. Divine Vendetta, you saw them doing their 2-2 split, losing another member. It's going to be Ghost from the Yerza Uzi play. And we might be seeing Divine Vendetta suffering big casualties as Don Mond is going to be actually flushed out of this game.
Yeah, but the rest of the squad might be able to back him up, as Ghost Cap actually is also down. Crocodile has him in his sights. He's going to be able to finish him off here. Just does a little bit more damage. Yeah, Ghost Cap will be taken out here. But I think we're still with 13 teams. And 2 more members are taken out here. So curd up, getting themselves a few extra points. Meanwhile, the side of Game of Thrones, a little bit too split up. I'm not sure if Ahmed is downed or not, but L here from the side of Game of Thrones might be thinking about making a move, but on your own, I'm not sure that's going to be the best decision there.
Would definitely agree on that one. Try and stick as a full squad is always going to be a good thing. Only 1 member made it through the cross section, so that's still going to be a little something, I guess. Though in the background, you can see that Avengers, they're going to be lurking. If they can hear the gunshots, maybe they want to try and third party this one. Right now, not going to be the case. So in the back of the building, that's going to be Game of Thrones. Oh, just surviving with a slither of HP. They're both going to be jumping down to potentially their doom, unless they can find that kill. But here it is. He does get 1 knock for himself, but he's going to be a little bit too low. Should get flushed. There you have it. That's going to be a good stuff for Foxes. But there it is with another member. And look at that. Game of Thrones. They're losing member after member. Fox is doing a great amount of work with this one. To spray a little bit more. Can he get another one for himself? That will be a big fat no. Game of Thrones coming out on top of this fight. But we'll be losing 2 members in the process, unfortunately. Xenon will be res back up. And that was going to be 13th position overall. Going over to the other team.
Yeah, now Foxes with the 14 points they have. Fortunately, they were not able to themselves into the top 4 here and will not be able to make their way towards the finals. But you guys still have another chance next week. Don't forget. And the fight will continue as Game of Thrones might be fighting with the Avengers here, team number 8, to South of Picado. Now we're going to be having a look at Curd Up, spot number 14. So far, they have 2 kills for themselves, going for a 2-2 split here. Let's see where they're going to be rotating exactly. And one team I'm actually curious to see, or actually 2, I want to check up on the Demons and the Snipers. I want to see where their position was, because we saw the Snipers
Demons was high up north.
And Demons was very high north. Yeah, now you can see number 10 Art here again with a 2 split, which is kind of the typical split that we'd expect from most of these teams. Definitely don't want to be going with the likes of like a 1 split. I'm not sure that's what it's actually called. 1 split, maybe?
What? Sorry, what are you saying?
Really? I say numbers and you just go blank?
No, like your voice was kind of on my side. Hey, no, okay. Numbers don't mess me up that bad, but your voice cut out a little bit on my side, so I didn't quite get that.
Excuse.
But Snipers, there you go. You had a vision where they were located.
I think there are only 3 people this time, though. I don't think they have a full squad, so,
I think so, yeah.
Not too excited about their chances. And now we can see Demons is going to be making a turn here. Now they're going for a 4-1 split in their vehicles, trying to make as much noise and make their presence known to the rest of the Miramar map. Yeah, actually, no, sorry, my bad. It's actually Team Elite who have 3 members. Team number 5, Viper, Sohaib, and Basil. You know, Campeones still looting in the top side of the map here.
In the blue.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's the first zone, and if I was them, I would definitely have vehicles ready at this point.
Something we didn't talk about, actually, in this first game, on this first circle, sorry, is the fact that we got about, 30 to 40% water. That means the circle on phase 1 is going to be way smaller than what it looks like. So a lot less room, and Compound's going to be able to take over, and Compounds are always going to be key on the likes of Miramar. So it's going to be interesting to see how these teams are going to be able to interact with this. But because Miramar is such a big map, this should still not really see too many teams getting flushed out. Maybe 1 or 2 in the process, but nothing extra compared to that. So I'm not sure. Do we have any 2 members remaining for the snipers? I do think so. I can't see them on a minimap. I'm not really sure of where they're located. But though we're going to see Avengers, they're going to go for a rotation of their self. But be careful though, Game of Thrones only down to 2 members in Picardo. They haven't rotated away. And this is going to be now a 4-man squad of Avengers ready to join the fray. They get through the arena. But Game of Thrones, do they have the information? I'm not sure if they do. Maybe they heard that car in the process, so maybe they can try and go through the back door and rotate a little bit more centrally to the circle. Because right now, they are not in a better position to hold for this circle shift. As M16, they're just going to be chilling. 4 members in 1 car without moving. Would not recommend to do that unless it is.
And a
moving.
van like that, I'm very curious as to what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. So what loot did he? Oh, okay, he got. Okay, he didn't get an AWM. A little bit unfortunate. If he got one, that would have been big pog. It seemed like Avengers and Game of Thrones, they both got information on both teams' presence. So this might be Avengers closing up. They don't have the information. There's only a 2-man squad, so they're going to play this as safe as possible. If they did know, and they saw the kill feed, maybe they know that stuff happened in Picardo, if they know that they are facing up against Game of Thrones. But at this point, they do not know that. So get information, once again, is always going to be key for yourself. As Ahmad is going to be splitting away from Xenon, which is a little bit scary, and I would not recommend him to do that. Like, you're better off picking a 2v4 than a 1v4. He goes on the roof here to try and maybe just hold that position just a little bit longer here, Sandstorm.
Yeah, let's see what he's going to be able to do with that position. Just trying to get some more information for the rest of his lineup.
They're going up.
Now it is going to be team number 8, Avengers taking a lot of damage here. I'm not sure if that was from Ahmed, but no, it's actually Xenon on the outside, able to get the down onto Big Paul here.
This is big, bro.
Meanwhile, Manar's actually taking quite a lot of damage, and the positioning from Ahmed is just so on point. They're landing shot after shot. That's going to be the 3rd down here. Could Game of Thrones actually get themselves 4 extra kills? There's only 1 member left, and it's Karkash all on his own here. They finish off the kills. 1 member left alive from the lineup of Avengers here, and Game of Thrones are not going down without a fight. And that's going to be the last 4th and final member of the lineup, and they get themselves 4 more kills. Game of Thrones are definitely not out of it just yet.
Okay.
21 points. They need at least 37, and they need Demons to get nothing in order to get themselves into the top 4. And right now, they're setting themselves up pretty darn well, if you ask me.
I gotta take something back. I thought that the 1-1 split was not going to work out, but actually, when I think back on it, it makes so much sense because you had Ahmad that actually went on the top of the building, and the only way to get access to the top of the building is through the staircase. So they put Xenon at a direct line of access to the staircase, and actually when they would try and force up, Avengers would get taken down 1 by 1. So I did not realize that at the time, but actually that was big gamer moment for their side. So that was just absolutely top tier understanding of the game and how you're going to trample it off. And also synergy and communication, because they were able to pull that off in just a few matter of seconds and put that entire playstyle together. So really good place on Game of Thrones there. Again, 4 points for themselves. But as you said, if they want to try and get higher, they've got to hope the Demons get no points. And Demons, they're setting themselves really well in this game because they're going to go dead center circle. Though Campeon, that's going to flip over.
Oh no!
It's going to be just fine, but they're going to try and rotate. They do a 2-2 split, which is going to be just a little bit safer than what you're expecting. So I'm really happy about this.
I think it's a 3-1 split, actually.
Is it a 3-1 split? I think I saw a 2-2 split.
Yeah, I think it's a 3. No, because
it's similar anyways in what they're trying to achieve.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like if the car with 1, see, I'll show me is just all on, and the rest of the squad is in the other car. Now, looking towards Demons, still got a full squad. Alligator is separated from the rest of his team, but but let's see where they're going to try and position themselves coming into phase 2 here, as we're still having a look towards Al Shamri and the rest of the squad of Campeones. These guys are, of course, just a quick reminder, sitting at 26 points, 11 points behind Demons, and about 15 points behind the Snipers, who are currently holding 3rd and 4th places. You know, Atlantic still sitting on top with 59. And just ahead of them by 3 points, Akatsuki team with 62. Let's find out the Snipers. We still haven't seen the other 2 members of the Snipers lineup. Are they actually only playing with 2 guys? Because Elite is playing with 3. And I thought that the other members were the ones that were coming in from the east. But no, that's actually going to be M16, team number 9. What is team number 3? What are the snipers up to here?
Not too sure, but apparently going to get slowly breached by Elite. That's for sure. Going to try and close up still. Once again, 2 members going to be up in this building. Grenade going to be chucked on through. That's actually a pretty decent grenade, but Khalid he has the wall working out for him. I think it's going to be that impactful. But look at that other grenade on Mustafa. They have a huge grenade coming out from Elite. And now they got that huge man advantage. Going to be turned into a 1v1 unless he does find the res. They did pop the molly. Just be able to slow that engagement and that breach over from Elite, which is going to be really, really impactful. But now he's going to rush up. He knows because the res is coming out. But no, they're on your right side. Did he see it? He did not, but still, it does not matter. He finds a knock and he's just solo HP right now. And the other member of the snipers just went out of the building. He's on the very, very outskirt section of it. And he's going to go towards the roof section. But Dazel, he's ready to just close up. He's on the roof and it's going to be really interesting to see who can come out on top. But M16 can try and third party this one if they really want to. But you know what? You know, Illy, they don't really want to pull the trigger quite yet. They're just going to try and res. No, oh my god, that jump does get on the low section. I'm actually going to try and maybe escape this one. And he has the car under this control. This is great for the last member of snipers.
Yeah, I really want to know if it is actually the last member. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get themselves that kill onto, I think it was Suhaib.
Made it out.
Very surprised that they actually made it out. I still want to know if that's the only member of snipers or if they have more people around. The producer still hasn't actually given us a point of view from the sniper's perspective. Basil actually gonna get knocked down as M16 finally jumping into the fray here. Danger gonna finish him off, and now Elite from 3 down to 2 now. They're being cornered by M16, especially with Toxic with that UMP as well. You got Danger and Problem coming in from the right side of the building. Error and Toxic.
Nice nade.
Covering another angle. Viper and Suhaib not in the best positions because there's no way out unless they try and make jumps just like one of the members of snipers did. But that's going to be very difficult as these guys are going to be covering every single area. And I think they're going to try and rush here while keeping Toxic at least on the outside to deny any escapes.
Let's see the M16, another grenade. It connected one earlier, put a few members pretty low. They were able to res back up. Here it is, another grenade going to be going in the building. Suhaib is put very low. Second grenade going to be not all that impactful. Unfortunately, Arrow is still going to take another shot for it. And Molotov did get popped on the top of the building. I do believe that is a wooden floor area, so it will spread just a little bit more, but still will not be doing too much on the side of Elite. It's going to be turned into a 2v4, but you saw breaches like this happen in the past. And because you go through these staircases, you basically rush one by one. You can't do a full team engage because you're just going to be basically pushed in a one-man entrance most of the time. So it is main... actually, great jump back from Suhaib. Going to try and do the outplay, go maybe to the lower section and sandwich them up. I think still here the safest call...
He's there.
Yeah, I think the safest call still at this stage would be to just try and hold it. But he's going to try and pop the grenade. Just cook it up. And will it connect on top of Error? Oh, it does! That's a huge grenade. Just put Danger and Error down on their knees. Now this is going to be turning into a 2-on-2 scenario. That was a huge play over from Suhaib on Elite. Viper A. And so now they got to go down. They got to rush it up. But there it is. They're going to try and go down the building. They're going too low, though. But unfortunately, a little bit miscommunication. They will be losing one of their members. And now they're going to try and go back in there one-on-one. And that will not be working out. A little bit of lack of communication and knowing of what kind of area they were located on, and once again you do go out of the buildings and of those doors one by one, so that's why we do see the end of Elite. But still, you got to praise them. That was a nice try on the outplay, a huge grenade coming out, but will not be enough to turn the tides of this fight as we pan on over to Clan X. In the distance you got Art and also Curd Up. Really far off, not really sure if a fight will be breaking up between these teams, but still we have a teeny bit of coastline on the southeast section of Miramar, and Demons once again dead center of the circle, always going to be really proactive and responsible of how they must position themselves as the snipers. Still, we did talk about them earlier. The last member is going to be Mustafa.
Yeah, they started the game with 2, but they're in 3rd place. What happened to them? And now Mustafa forced to destroy his car. He just has to try and go 4 placement points or steal kills away, because right now 0 kills. They're still sitting at 41 points. Divine Vendetta, M16, these guys are hot on their tail. We saw M16 actually finish off the squad of Elite, so they got themselves 3 kills. So they're actually in a prime position to take over the snipers. If the snipers don't get any kills, they don't get any placement points, they're not going to stay in the top 4, and they will not make it into the grand finals. They're in such a predicament right now. Meanwhile, Demons, great positioning so far for this coming circle. They're next to a crate. Mustafa has Akatsuki team who are currently holding 1st place, breathing down his neck. And you still have, of course, Divine Vendetta, who's just ahead of M16 with a total of 35 points so far. So right now, the third and fourth place are being highly contested. And it's so close. I can't call it. And now if Mustafa actually reveals his position, Akatsuki team can easily pick him up here. So I would not fire unless being fired upon if I was you, Mustafa.
Definitely, if you can try and just aim for those positioning points instead of going for kills and potentially getting flushed out, that will definitely be more rewarding on the long term. Curd Up, once again, a team that potentially, unless they have the best game right now in this late game stage, if they have a great performance, potentially can try and make it back up. But even then, I'm pretty confident to say that they're going to have a hard time. But they can sign up once again next weekend, so that'll be cool. If we have Curd Up and Curd Squad up against each other, that'll be a really nice battle. Though between Impala, a little bit split over. They got a nice front line, just a 2-2 split. Two members a little bit out of circle. They're getting close to the likes of Art. Huge game number 2 earlier that we saw them have. Taking a few shots there was the SKS, not going to be having a huge impact unfortunately, but still going to try and use a bit of utility and health packs for them enemies. Still, we do have that last member of Snipers, Mustafa, as you said earlier. Don't pick the fight, there's no reason to do so. A little bit of spray action coming out from Curd Up. Just put one member extremely low, that's going to be game over, down to about now 10 to 15 HP. He does find the res back up to 75%. They have this building. Smokes will be coming on through, does block out the line of sight, and could maybe facilitate. Oh, I can't even say it. Facilitate. That's it. Thank you very much. I don't know why I couldn't say that word.
Man, what's
I am
wrong?
French normally, so I'm allowed. Okay, but yeah.
Don't use that as an excuse. How dare you?
Oh my god. But yeah, they're gonna try and push a little bit forward there, but they're not gonna really use these smokes to try and get to the safety of the building walls and take their time. Once again, a 2-2 split. I do think they should try and get a little bit more close quarter. And because they're in the open here, it can get a little bit tricky if they do overstay a little bit too long, because you never know when another team can try and get involved, as we do pan over to Campeones and M16. M16, they know where Campeones is located. They have a really nice high ground location to work with. Really easy to defend, especially in a third-person tournament. You can just peek without putting yourself in any kind of danger. It seems like now M16 want to try and raid it away. The 9 circle, but here it is. A few shots will be coming on through on Crocodile. Doesn't get knocked, remains with just about maybe 30 to 40 HP. But the teams will be coming in. And finally, as I said, a 2-2 split in this stage would not be really helpful. So they got back as a 4-man squad, which is going to be great. I don't know what that spray was for, game over, but that's completely fine. Here it is. They get game over, knocked down. Put him down now to 3 members. They're going to go for the res, but now is the moment for the side of Curd Up to go for it. And here it is. They're taking a car. And they're going to try and rush in as fast as possible because they got that man advantage. But they're taking way too long. And they're leaving. What are they doing, Curd Up? I'm not too sure of what's the plan here. But now they rush. But it's already too late. They find a res.
I mean, look, they're still in a perfect position here. But the fact that they're deciding to go for a 2-2 split, 2 to rush, and 2 to actually just kind of sit back here. I'm not too sure how this plan's going to work, as they're trying to throw a Molotov. It doesn't really do damage to anyone here, but Invader taking the left side, Crocodile taking the right side, and the side of team are in a little bit of a predicament here, but who will come out on top? Because you do have the 2-man advantage.
I think there was a grenade that just got chucked over one of the members' heads of Curd Up. There you go. Grenade does do a little bit of tick damage on top of AGR. The Demon's going to be losing Ninja Morocco in the process. Also, Yusef getting knocked down. Will he get flushed? We'll have to wait and see. But big fight is happening on the other side of the map between M16, Demons, and also side of Campeon. It's really interesting to see what's going on down over there. So here it is on the side. Do you see Curd Up losing Crocodile in the process? Now down to 3 members only. Game over. Also getting knocked again. Game over and getting knocked. A better love story than Twilight. Be careful. AGI is going to try and go for the flank here, but unfortunately with the Sky's not going to be enough. He does get knocked down in the process. Now it's going to be freaky. He has the Groza under his belt. Is that going to be enough? He does get another knock because your solo just barely got res back up. And there's going to be only 1 member. 1 bullet will do the work. And there you have it. Successful compound breach happening for Curd Up. They did lose 1 member in the process, but AGR will be get res. And they're going to be still having 3 members up their belt. 4 extra points going in their direction. Will it be enough to get back in that top 4? Probably not, but still a great showing of strength on their side.
Oh, God. And I'm looking at Mustafa here. He had Al-Shamri pass him by very, very close here. Danger close, actually. Let's see, as now Demons, they're under threat here. I think they lost one of their members here. Yeah, they did lose one of their members, so that kind of increases the odds for the Snipers here. Makes it easier for them to stay in the top 4. See if Demons survive, or will the Snipers be able to sneak a couple of kills away. I'm just keeping my eye out on that kill feed. If Mustafa's name shows up, then I think that's going to be the final nail in the coffin of their chances here.
Although
Let's see.
Akatsuki and M16, they're going to be picking a big fight. Toxic is going to be knocked down. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's 3. Yeah, wait.
Oh, M16, they are really struggling this one, losing a lot of members, getting actually confirmed and flushed out of the game completely. But it seems like they're still going to be on the run for this third and last game today for qualification phase 2 on Miramar for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. Seems like they're going to, well, they can find the res. Unfortunately, we did lose USF a little bit early on as they did encounter a few fights. Akatsuki, they got now a little bit closer to the circle on the eastern side, but they're still not out of trouble as M16 going to try and gatekeep this
Mustafa's
one.
running into Campeones. I think they spotted him out. Mustafa's actually going to try and go for the kill. He doesn't get enough damage, and now he's being shot upon by Bojan. Bojan dealing a decent amount of damage, but not enough to actually take down Mustafa. Remember, he's the only member left of his squad. Now he's just going to try and get himself a few smokes to make it easy for him to maneuver himself into the circle. 9 teams alive, 24 people left on Miramar. Akatsuki, Campeones, M16, they're all within range of Mustafa. I'm going to make it incredibly difficult for him. Akatsuki so far still sitting in first place with 62 points and 2 kills so far. They're not in the top 8, so we don't know how many points they will be able to get themselves. And as well, another team, another pair of contenders for the top 4 spot with Divine Vendetta. 35 points so far, 0 kills.
Mustafa.
So they're still in. And Mustafa was taken down. And that means Snipers are going to be ending their third game with a total of 41 points. They need Divine Vendetta to get no more than 5th place or 4th place actually, and no kills whatsoever in order to keep themselves. And they need M16 as well to die because M16 got a lot of kills, and they need the demons to all die as well. So many variables at play here to keep the Snipers in the top 4. But let's see, how will Divine Vendetta actually take this? They're going to try and actually run for the circle. I don't think they're going to be able to make it here. They don't have that many kills. Meanwhile, Campeon is lighting up Major.
Akatsuki!
He's on the ground. Naruto's on the ground. And I think a few members of the side of Divine Vendetta as well are being destroyed by the zone, and Campeones are just cleaning house right now. One after one. Naruto, Gara, the third member as well from the side of Akatsuki. They're not people we should be worrying about. They're already going to be qualified here in the first place, but Clan X are still alive, so they might steal that away from them. Demons, once more, incredible positioning for this circle. They just need a few kills to cement themselves in the top 4. Question is, will they be able to stay alive long enough? It's Divine Vendetta is just going to get eliminated by the zone here. Now we're down to top 5 teams, 14 people left on the map. Who will make it into the top 4? Who will join us in the grand finals on October 5th? We'll find out very, very shortly, as Clan X are going to be coming in from the north side of the circle here, and Campion is taking shots at M16.
M16, they're going to try and clap back as much as possible, though. They're on the slope. They don't have much going in their direction. The terrain is not really their friend in this kind of endgame zone on phase 6. Though Clan X, through the northern rotation, they're going to have to try and make it up. They are pretty safe as of right now to get an easy entry point in circle. They're still up as a 4-man squad also, which is going to be a huge way of pressure on all of these teams, because I think they're the only remaining 4-man squad at this stage of the game, which is going to be a huge way for them to once again control these rotations and also get himself in circle to a safer rotation. Though danger and problem, the 2 last members of M16 is trying to hold as much as possible, but the only way for them to get into circle is to get through this insanely flat field. And that's going to allow then, of course, set of Campeones to just shut them down. So M16, also the circle shift of phase 6, does way too much tick damage. We're going to see Problem also taken out of the picture by the play zone. And it's going to be then Bojan taken out of the game. That's going to be down now to the top 3. Going to be all Campeones, all Demons, all Clan X. With Clan X now, they're going to go for the car move to try and get into the circle. This is all on Demons. They're going to try and pick shot after shot on Campeones. Just get 2 members down and flushed instantly out of the game. Now, Campeon is down to only 1 member. He's going to be in the blue zone too, and he's going to die too. Now down to the top 2. It's going to be Clan X versus Demons. Who is going to be coming out on top here? We'll have the answer in just a few short seconds, but it's extremely close.
Oh, well, here we go. I think it's going to be a 3v4 scenario in favor of the side of Clan X, but they do have a few members. Oh, down people! And the car explosion will take down Boyka. Balkan is down by a grenade. And now it is a 2v3. Toffee is actually down. So it's actually a 1v3. Here comes from the rush from Demons. You got 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Barak is the last member. He gets taken down. And Demons, with their second chicken dinner of the day, with a total of 9 kills. These guys have definitely kept themselves in the top 4, but we'll find out who made it out as well. Will it be Demons alongside the likes of the Snipers, or will we see Divine Vendetta and M16, because they got a total of 3 kills and a 5th place finish? This is insanely close between these teams.
Demons, my boys. They get
I
not
mean,
back to back, but still
the
double chicken dinner.
superior freaking caster right here. I
There you
don't
have
have
it.
to give it to you. Your math skills are horrendous. Your English is kind of sketchy, but your predictions, your predictions are on point, Maxman.
There you go. That's the most important, I think. Oh my god. But yeah, Demons, great game. Not an insanely amount of points. It's not out there. They still get, 9 points. 9 points. And I'm just double guessing myself every time I'm counting a minimum.
So wait, M16, fifth place. That's a total of what? 4 points, is it?
Wait, M16.
No, sorry,
M16.
3, 2. No, so it's 3 points alongside the 3 kills. So that's a total of 6. Now, if we look at the scoreboard, M16 are sitting at no way.
What?
M16 are sitting at 40 points. If my calculations are correct, they got 3 points from fifth place. They got 3 points from the kills. I think they're 1 point behind the snipers. I don't think they made the cut. I think the snipers still made it.
The Snipers got 0 points that game.
Yeah, but
So-
they have 41 points in total right now.
I'm going to try and wait and see if we can actually get the scoreboard
Yeah.
updated because it's going to be mega hype. We need to get the scoreboards updated. I'm going to ask.
Oh,
Actually,
I need to know, did the snipers make it? Did my boys make it as well? Are our predictions 100% accurate? That's what I want to know.
Qualified day 1 finals
I mean, I need the update like right now.
standings, team standings start of the day. No, man, so many qualified 2 game 2 no. Trying to look for it right now. This is very, very close. I'm going to show real quick for you guys at home the standings before this game, just to see how close it is. It was a fight mainly between the likes of Snipers, Demons, Divine Vendetta, M16. These are the teams you're really looking out for. M16, unfortunately, the Snipers getting a total of 0 points that game. They got out in 9th position, so that's just before you get any points. And you also got 0 kills on them because they also spawned in was only, 2 members, I think it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, they only spawned in was 2 members, which is... It sucks that they spawned in for the last game, which was going to be their most important game today, with only two members. That is just very unfortunate.
I mean, if they make it, if they actually, like, I mean, I'm just gonna double check this, okay?
Game 2 standings. We need to get it.
Yeah, that's actually correct. So fifth place is 3 points. With the 3 kills that they got, with the 3 points they got from their kills, combine that with day 2, game 2, I believe. I'm just looking at the standings here. Yeah, combined with the 30 points that they have, they're 1 point behind the Snipers. Divine Vendetta ended in 6th place. That's 2 with 0 kills. So they ended their run with 37. Demons, because of their chicken dinner, they definitely made it to they're definitely still in the top 4. That's undeniable. Clanex, they're already there. Akatsuki, they're already there. Campiones, not even close. So I think, as it stands, I think it might just be Akatsuki first. Let me see if they actually got any
Clanex second?
No, I think it might be Clanex first, first, because they ended in 2nd place. Yeah, they ended in 2nd place, which is a total of 6 points, with 1 more point because of the kills. That's 7. You combine that with the 59 that they have. They have a total of 66 points. And Akatsuki, I don't think they have any kill. I think they got like a few kills, and I don't see them in the top 8. So I think it might be Clanex first, Akatsuki second, Demons third, and then Snipers fourth. I think that's what the standings will be, and I think those are the teams that are going to be joining us for that grand final on October 5th.
I mean, well, I'm just refreshing the Google Drive just to try and see if there's
same. I'm doing exactly the same thing because I need to know.
Oh man, I don't want to end the broadcast before that. I want us to get actually the information, but we'll try and get that as fast as possible.
No, we have to wait. We have to wait. Okay, I gotta know if our predictions are on point.
Come on, production team. Come on. Where's it going?
Come on, chop.
Okay. Yeah, just going to be waiting a little bit more for that, but it should be coming out really, really soon.
I guess at this point, what we can do is we can say a big thanks once more for Pringles and Tencent for coming together to create the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. And of course, Pringles is the preferred snack of all gamers. I definitely agree. It's very easy to eat, not very oily. And again, one thing we have to say, the least air to crisp ratio in any crisps around the world. There you go. Quick facts with Sandstorm.
Quick math or quick flex or quick.
I mean, look,
facts.
you got quick math. Well, you got. I don't know if you got.
I
Quick
mean, I got quick math, but not good math. You know,
Yeah, no,
it's quick,
no,
but it's
no.
not good.
No, it's quick maths, but it's incorrect. That's what I would say.
Incorrect quick math. There you go.
It's like when they tell you in an interview and they ask you like, oh, what are your skills? And you can say quick maths, and they ask you what's 12 times 12, and you can just say 365, and they're like, that's wrong, but you just respond with yeah, but it was quick.
Now I'm get hired. Thank you very much for that extra tip. I think that like, despite not having the current standings, I think we're gonna have to end the broadcast anyways. So you guys will be held updated on the Discord, on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely go check that out, and also we'll have the
Wait,
information.
no.
Oh, we have
we
it.
got it.
We actually got it. Oh, qualifier 2, game 2.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
Team
Open
standings.
it up.
Wait, where is it?
Yeah,
Where
there
is
we go. I called it.
What is it
Clan
called?
X
What is it called?
first.
Oh, qualifier 2, final standings. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, Clan X first,
download.
66 points. All right, I'll wait for you to actually put it up. But I was right. They were 1 point ahead. Oh my god.
Okay, let me just
This is insane.
put it up. Qualifier standings. Here you go. Transition over to it. So I'm hyped. I want to see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing it at the
There
same
we
time
go.
as the viewers at home. So Clan X in first position with 66 points. They did barely overtake Akatsuki from 1 point. Akatsuki then in second position with 65. Demons was 56. Snipers was 41. And then
By
M16.
1
Oh,
point.
that feels so
By
bad, man.
1
But that means,
point.
hey, that
is
means we called it. That means we're big brains here,
Yeah,
Sandstorm.
our predictions are on point. I'm telling you, like best. I mean, look, Whittier made the best choice in bringing us, obviously.
I'm really happily surprised of this.
Honestly, this is one hell of a way to wrap up the second day of the second qualifier. I'm very excited to see how this is going to evolve with the third qualifier next week. Don't forget, we're going to be starting at exactly the same time, 5 p.m. GMT plus 3 your time, and I believe it's 6 p.m. Central European Summertime.
Exactly.
That's when we will be going live with the third and final qualifier. And we'll see then who will be the final 4 to join us for the grand finals on October 5th. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for us today. I'm going to be signing off. It's me, your boy, Dude, Sandstorm Dude, with Maxman, bringing you all this exciting Pringles PUBG Mobile action. But for now, we're going to be taking a very long week break before we come back with the third qualifier. So I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Yep, bye-bye.
KO. Begin.